All right. Don't feel like doing a whole music intro. We're just going to get right into it. All right? We're just going to get right into it. Screw it. I don't have anything set up. I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot. Let's see here. I saw Cabus in the chat. Gaming Witch, thank you for the links. The video is shit. Lots of nothing concrete. See, this is the thing, right? I agree with that, and I want to open this, okay? I want to open this live stream with, like, a disclaimer, okay? I do not personally believe that Drake is a pedo, okay? I want to emphasize that before we get started. Hello, CIA. Hello, everybody. Just wanted to give you a heads up. Some new clips are coming out soon. Those will hopefully be done once rendering's finished, so we got those coming out for you. All this stuff. I don't believe Drake is a pedo, okay? But I will admit, and I will say this unequivocally, the DQ question, exactly, Toastify. I will unequivocally say this. He's making it really hard not to call him a pedo. He's making it very difficult for me not to call him a pedo. So we got a couple of things on the docket. I kind of wanted to pull up this because I know Destiny already responded to all that shit with Abba and Preach, but I need to show you guys the things that I've seen. I need you to see this. I need you to see the things I've seen. And I've already gotten into a fight with another content creator about Drake. Okay? Listen. Nobody is really going to agree. Right? Everyone's going to be out there until more obvious information is dropped, right? We don't know definitively if Drake is an actual pedo. And I gotta say it again. There is a lot of stuff that stacks not in favor of him, if I'm going to be honest. So, we're kind of like doing a variety stream. I wanted to start off on the Drake stuff because I have been so incredibly enthralled by the beef. And I genuinely need Kendrick to drop again. I'm like scratching myself like a heroin addict. What is Kendrick gonna drop again? I'm a goddamn heroin addict. I don't want to say it definitively, bullies, because that is slander. I'm not gonna call Drake a definitive pedo, but he's really close. Really close. What the fuck? What is this tweet by Larix? What is this? New girl going forward. Is this about the Drake stuff? Is this about him getting mogged over Drake? If someone getting accused does a horrible job defending himself, or if there's enough red flags and weird behavior. Example, Drake! Yeah. It's just a bad look to defend them extensively and reflects poorly on me. It's just not worth it. They made their bed go luck. So true. You know what, Larix? That shows growth. That shows real growth to not get into white boy debates with Toastify and Queeman about Drake. It's just... This is a W. I just think it's really funny that he had to put out a statement. Of course, Gordy continues saying there's not enough evidence that you can't say definitive pedo, but when there's 10 red flags, can't help / defend you anymore, and I don't want the reputation of always defending the accused. Won't be good in the long run. So yeah. You know what? Fair. I'm not even mad about that. Hello, I'm brown. Yeah, but listen, Toastify, you're British. That essentially makes you white. Let's just be honest. Okay? You live in Britain. The whitest country on earth other than Norway. Or like Sweden. Good one, buddy. Okay, Flamenco, calm down. Good, buddy. Okay, buddy. Fucking, bro, I can't ever get Flamenco's mannerisms down. It's impossible for me. I can't do it. I've tried my hardest to, like, see if I can make it like a bit. To see if I can replicate Flamenco's okay, buddy. But it's the most impossible shit for me. Drake seems as close as you can get without actually being a pedo. See, that is a good point. And that's what I'm trying to say. And I think that's where Larix came to the understanding. Is that this is as close as you can to like stepping over the line of being a pedo. I'll say that much. I have no issue saying that. He is like towing the line. Okay? Yeah. So we're going to go over the Abba and Preach video, and then I want to look at the original video that it looks like they were referencing from this guy named Matty Balls, which is like a crazy name. This is a Larynx W, though. I think a lot of passion for defending falsely accused, but some people like Wilbur Soot aren't worth defending. Yeah, no, I agree. See, that's the thing. It's the ones that don't help themselves, ergo, like an example, Drake, that have so many things that they fucked up, or maybe they completely botched their responses or anything along those lines. Fighting super hard for that, for them not to actually make the corrections, just makes your life more of a difficulty. That's why I always kind of like wait it out until like everything's 100% done, you know? Like I tend to wait a lot. People criticize me for waiting, but I tend to wait because I just want all of it in front of me so I can go over it. Some people are the ones that jump on a live grenade, you know? Thank you, Gaming Witch, for the membership. I appreciate you. So I want to go over this video in particular because this video caused a lot of problems in the DGG community.
Today's topic is Drake a predator. Obviously, we'll talk about the beef in general at some point, but I want to talk about this.
I had an issue on stream when he compared Drake to Too Mad. No, not even close. Not even close. That's not even remote. I didn't know he compared Drake to Too Mad. Like, that's not even comparable, man. That's not even remotely comparable.
Specifically, because initially Kendrick called him a certified, what was it? Certified lover boy, certified pedo. And he was talking about his crew.
To this day, certified lover boy, certified pedo is just a banger. It's a straight banger. You could argue and be like a moral, like one of those guys that stand on a moral soapbox. He called Drake a pedo. Yeah, welcome to Rap Beef, where they don't give a shit what they say. Like, it's still a banger song. It's still a banger song. I literally heard the song. I was driving today, and I heard 3 cars pass by playing the song, and I just heard the A minor bar, and I was like, this shit's getting out of control. It's like it's everywhere. It's fucking everywhere. The comparison to Dream's treatment on Twitter was the worst. Wait, what? He compared it to Dream's? He compared it to Dream. Bro.
A lot of them who are doing this. And
no way. 2024 is going phenomenally. I'm loving this year. My channel's growing faster. Drake and Kendrick are killing each other. Which, I do need to say, the security guard that got shot outside of Drake's house, I want to say yesterday, I do feel sympathetic towards. He got caught up in a beef that had nothing to do with him. I hope he's okay and he makes a very good recovery. Okay? Okay? Are we on the same page with that?
now Drake took 3 days. Right? At first, all he did was respond to the fake allegation of the child. And he went, "Oh, I don't have no kid." Somebody.
Which I need to bring this back, right? I need to bring this up. If you are being accused of being a pedo, maybe not take 3 days to respond to it, and then after the 3rd day when you drop the response, only respond to the fake daughter allegation. Well, fake. I'm putting this in quotations. Fake. Because Drake did this before with Pusha T. So, like, I don't trust it for a goddamn minute. He definitely has a daughter out there. It's too many coincidences at this point. There's too many coincidences. But seriously, it's a little ridiculous. Chef, stop whining. What are you whining about? Hello? I've hung out with you all day today.
Could find them, and then it was like, so that's what you respond to, but you don't respond to the kiddo stuff. And then on his,
which is a good point. Like, why would you respond to the fake daughter? But you respond to the fake daughter diss, but you don't respond to the pedophilia, and then you bring up Millie Bobby Brown without anyone bringing it up in the first place. That's not good. That's not a good look. Plus that interview clip of her where she's like, like 14, 15, and they're like, oh, what's your relationship with Drake like? Being 31 years old. And she's like, oh, you know, we talk about everything. We talk about boy stuff. What do you mean by boy stuff? Well, that just stays in the text messages. That is weird. I don't care what anyone says. That is weird to me. That is weird to me. Okay? That is a weird thing for someone to say.
Latest track, he talked about it. It's so funny to me because I think he thought this reply track was going to be good, but all it did was dig his hole. He said, speaking of anything with a child, let's get to that now. The Epstein angle was the shit that I expected. Why would you expect that?
That is another great question. Why would you expect that? Nobody. Okay, so this is the thing, right? I got into an argument with my neighbor about this. Because she was like, well, people knew that Drake was a creep for years. And I'm like, but the thing is that nobody in the industry was talking about Drake being a creep. Nobody with like a major platform like Kendrick said that he's a creep. So it was kind of like this thing that everyone just kind of like let go. And then boom, once Kendrick said it, wildfire. It made it 50 times worse. That's at least my perception of it. Yo, Pizza Boy, thank you for starting off with the first super chat. What's up, Chris? Here's some Chef Dono. I appreciate it, dude.
What's up, Chris?
Oh yeah, the internet don't play. So how about we start the one that he brought up out of nowhere for no reason?
Millie Bobby Brown?
Let's say y'all got a 14-year-old daughter. She talking about a man in his late 20s this way. What y'all think?
Was he in his late 20s? I'm pretty sure he was 31. I think Abba and Preach got that wrong. Hold on. I got to pull this back up. Okay, so maybe this article was a little bit different than the clip that they're going to show, but I took this snippet out of an article. Back in 2018, Millie, who was 14 at the time, revealed that she and then the 31-year-old rapper had developed a strong friendship after he invited her to his concert in Australia the year before. Speaking with W Magazine, Millie shared, he was such a fanboy, and I was such a fangirl. Honestly, we text all the time now. That's... I feel like, and I think Abba's going to say it, because I haven't watched this video yet, but I feel like if I had a daughter, and she told me, hey, there's this really famous guy that I'm talking to. Oh, in my head, I'm immediately going to go, oh, it's probably someone within her age range. And then if she goes Drake or a 30-year-old or anyone that's above the age of like 17, I'm going to be like, what are you doing? What is this? What is this? Stop talking to him. I'll be like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Why are you talking to this grown-ass man? You're a teenager. If I were retarded for not pressing lyrics on any of this in the stream, I need to debate better or some shit. Yeah, no, debate takes like, you really have to fuck up a bunch to get good at debating or just be born into it. Like, there's some people that are autistically good at that shit. I am not. Unless I'm debating Leon, in which I win the majority of the time, but he'll never admit it. And if he writes in chat that he said that that's a lie, he's lying.
What about your relationship with Drake? Tell me about your friendship. How did this all come
Not the clip. Not the clip.
about? I love him. I met him in Australia, and he's honestly so fantastic and a great friend and a great role model. You know, we just texted each other the other day, and he was like, I miss you so much. I was like, I miss you more. He's...
Come on, dude. How isn't that weird? Please, just tell me. Explain to me how that isn't weird. Because someone told me that they were like, well, you know, it's just two famous people. And I'm like, what is a 14-year-old? Like, what are you talking about? Like, one of them is a minor. That is a 31-year-old man. Like, what are you talking about?
Coming to Atlanta, so I'm definitely going to go and see him. I'm so excited, yeah. What advice does he give you? Like, what does he say? About boys. He helps me. What? Yeah.
That's super weird. Abba has the face that I had when I saw this. I saw this clip, and I was looking at my neighbor when we were arguing this, and that was the exact face I gave her. I was like, come on. Like, what is this?
He's great. He's wonderful. I love him. Advice with boys? You know, that stays in the text messages.
Oh, God. That's just even worse when you hear it again. When you hear that clip again. That stays in the text messages. What is the age of the girl? I think she was like 14, 15, maybe 16 at the time. I don't know, but it's within the teenage realm, bro. Like, and she plays, and get this part, she plays a character that is a minor. They're supposed to be in middle school. They're playing a middle schooler that has socially has developed antisocially and can barely hold a conversation. Okay? She was on Stranger Things. Like, if you've watched that show, you know what I'm talking about. Like, this is so weird.
So you out here texting 14-year-olds saying I miss you so much, and texting
That shit's weird to me. Like, come on.
them about dating and divorce. Does that sound like professional development? What are you professionally developing her in? Certified lover boy, certified people. She's a producer. Little C, she produced for Drake.
Okay, so the Drake thing. You met him. When did you first meet him?
So I played basketball, right? So he really was a fan of not a fan, supported one of my teammates at the time. And
this is when you're in high school?
Yeah, in high school.
Come on, man. Come on. How doesn't that, like, potentially line up to, like, weird shit? Okay? Like, how doesn't that? How doesn't that potentially line up? Yeah, they should have pointed out that Adam 22 has allegations still against him. Turkey Tom and Augie were the only ones that spoke up about that shit, and it's gone nowhere. It's gone nowhere. This is weird, okay? I don't care what you say. You're a grown-ass man, and you're following girls on a high school basketball team on Instagram, and then on top of that, when they grow up, you're DMing them. I think that's a little weird. I think that's really weird.
So he was a fan of women's basketball, high school basketball.
At the time.
That's such a weird thing to say. He was a fan of women's basketball, high school women's basketball, bro. Like, come on. Come on. Come on.
Drake would have been 29.
He's a big fan of high school women's basketball.
If you say it like that, yeah, it doesn't sound wrong. What Abba is saying is if you're a man in your late whatevers, you can't be fans of no young woman things.
I agree. You can, bro, you're a grown-ass man. No. You can't be a fan of high school sports when you are a grown person. You can be a fan of college. You can be a fan of college sports. I don't care. Unless your relative is playing at a girls' high school basketball, you should not be as a grown-ass man. I agree. You should not be just watching high school basketball unless one of you, like your kid, your niece, your nephew, your cousin, like they're playing the game. No, stop it. Stop it. Stop the cap. Stop the cap.
You can't. It don't look good. No matter how. Hold on. No matter how. If something happened or since something didn't happen, if someone has something to say, it's just not gonna look good, and that's a fact. It's just not gonna look good.
I'm not saying it don't look good. I'm just saying he likes hanging around teenage girls. That's it. That's it.
Calm down. Listen, I'm gonna say it's weird, but again, I am taking the stance that I do not believe Drake is a full-blown pedo. Yet. Yet. Like, this is the thing, right? This stuff starts like this. Look at what happened with R. Kelly, P. Diddy, and all these motherfuckers, right? Like, it all starts with a rumor. And then the rumor turns into a multi-year-long case where the other person gets thrown into jail for life. Like, it happened with R. Kelly. I'm not comparing Drake to R. Kelly, but these kinds of rumors in the mega celebrity sphere have sometimes, not all the time, have a hint of truth.
Now, I remember a time where Michael Jackson couldn't breathe without people calling him a pedo.
It's not the same thing. It was not just the Neverland. It was all the allegations. It was not just the Neverland. It was allegation of smoking Jesus juice, of drinking Jesus juice, and sleeping in the same bed. We're, I believe, a bit miles apart. Now,
which I agree with him here. I agree. Okay, I agree with Preach that the Michael Jackson thing was a lot worse on its face value than anything you're seeing from Drake so far. He had kids sleeping in his room. He had kids stay over for the night. he had blankies and shit, and he was drinking wine with them, and Neverland Ranch was built like a kid's dream. Like, that is way worse than what you're seeing with Drake. I agree entirely with that. So, at least you know my position. Drake isn't Michael Jackson, okay? Drake isn't Michael Jackson.
Just supporting. There was nothing sexual that was said and everything and stuff. I don't want to be someone.
Cyrus, Michael Jackson was on the Biggie mode like Cyrus, bro. Chill. Chill. The fucking Cyrus shit.
On the defense, but let's stick to the facts here.
Okay, so I'm gonna ask you. Let's stick to the facts, right?
Go ahead.
Your daughter's texting 14-year-old.
I don't believe it's a fair comparison, bully. As far as I know, I don't believe that's a fair comparison. That I am aware of at the moment. I've already expressed we don't know enough. There's just a lot of weird things that people can obviously point at and go, that shit's weird. Okay? Weren't MJ's allegations disproven? So, like, there's certain parts of it that are disproven, then there's other halves of it where one guy is just adamant that it's still real, you know? So it's a little different.
I was texting a 29-year-old man dating advice. Yep. They talk about they miss each other.
Exposing Michael Jackson today? Where's Colton? I'm not exposing Michael Jackson. I'm just talking about how these rumors start.
The fact is, he didn't do nothing that we can prove.
What's up, everybody?
What you doing?
What you doing?
What you doing about your 14-year-old?
You're 100% right. Okay. You have no business.
It's not like I'm doing conjecture about something. There's no world I know of where a 14-year-old is texting a 29-year-old saying, I miss you so much, and texting them about dating advice with boys.
Nobody does that. No normal person does that. Unless like, you're a dad or a brother. And even then, it's like, I didn't do that with my fucking siblings. I was like, figure it out yourself, motherfucker. Like, so I can't imagine like a stranger. If I had a daughter or a son, I can't imagine them doing the whole, well, they're famous, so it's an okay conversation. No. I couldn't have, like, I'm going to be honest, Millie Bobby Brown's parents failed her. Now, does that say that she got groomed? I'm not saying that, but it is weird to allow that to continue.
Understand that, but the same way, if it was a boy, it wouldn't be the same thing. Because in the eyes of the world, it's not really the same thing.
Listen, sorry, no. If my 14-year-old son is texting a 29-year-old, they talk about each other, I'm thinking something sexual is going on. Absolutely.
I'm mad at you.
Yeah, and I think most parents would at home too. There is no time or place a 14-year-old is texting a 29-year-old woman, I miss you, and someone not thinking it's sexual, and they talking about dating all the time.
I'm mad at that.
That's not a gender thing.
I'm mad at that.
Now you might say we might take one more seriously, sure,
yeah.
but there's no doubt that we would.
Yeah,
there's no doubt that nobody would see that age difference and think that's weird. Okay,
we're good.
Okay, so now we got that. We got him taking a lot of interest.
Drake also has an R. Kelly writer credit on TSU because of an like, amazing.
And here's the thing. I'm gonna say something. It's not just that this dude really follows or he's supportive of high school basketball teams. He starts following these girls. He starts contacting them. What business do you have contacting these young women outside of just being supportive at the game? It's not like he was just in the stands. No, he can't do that. But let's keep watching.
Unless you're relatives. But even then, that could be like fishy.
Oh, I wrote Drake would get the WNBA out of debt if it was full of teenagers. That's foul. Drake would get the WNBA out of debt if it was full of teenagers. But that's a fact. Yeah, you want to solve it? Put the young girls in and get Drake to be the face of the franchise. And it won't be Drake just like MJ just dunking. It won't be that. It'll just be Drake hiding behind the sheets.
It's not dunking like that. It's dunking like that.
And it's just some 14-year-old pigtails or some shit and a high school uniform. Why? Anyways.
Imagine that on shoes. Oh shit, is that the new Air Doc?
Bruh, chill.
The Air Pedos? Yeah, the Air Pedos.
I was her teammate, so he followed me because of her. And I was like, oh shit, bitch, you got Drake to follow me? Like, what the hell? Like, that's so crazy.
This is so weird. Chef, what? Come here. You either want to hang out or you need to stop screaming. Stop it. You have two options. I couldn't imagine, like, my friend being, like, a high school girl. And they're like, you got Drake to follow me? Damn, you got a 31-year-old man to follow me and then DM me on Instagram? That's crazy. Chef demands all the attention all the time. What? I have never seen you be this loud before. Come here. What are you doing? Hello. Can you come here and stop it? There you go. He's being ridiculous right now.
Oh my
So
God.
he followed me, and I lost it. I'm like, I have to meet Drake. Like, I love Drake. I've always loved Drake, still love Drake. So basically, yeah, he followed me. Maybe a year later is when I built up the confidence to like message him on like some working stuff, because I was 18 when I messaged him. And I DM'd him like, hey,
He knows what the
Bruh, come on. Followed her in high school when she was a part of high school basketball. She turns 18, and then Drake, they start DMing. That's some weird shit. That's some weird shit. That's some weird shit.
he's doing. Why is he following her on Instagram? For what reason? Just to be clear, I'm saying this because this is not just conjecture. I don't care who this is from. Irrespective of the beef, this dude is a straight up weirdo. Certified. Call it like it is.
I like the fact that certified has become the man version of period.
Yeah. He said, I never looked twice at no teenager. Only fucking with Whitney's, not Millie Bobby Brown's. I never looked twice at no teenager.
Started when footage from a 2010 Drake concert began circulating the internet. Footage where a
Okay. Now you're gonna see me go in a weird direction here, and I'm just gonna lay it out there. Yes, people bring up their fans all the time on the stage. Yes, rappers have people on stage and they do suggestive stuff. Yes, do I give like a little bit of a pass that Drake probably didn't know the second he grabbed her? Hold on, before you all start booing me and saying, Chris, what is wrong with you? This video is still bad. This video is still really, 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 really bad. Okay? I don't care that she made a statement. I don't care. Objectively, the end of this video is weird as shit. Because he finds out she's 17 after the fact and looks at him and he goes, I ain't going to jail, but I had a great time feeling your breasts up against me. That's fucking weird. Okay? Having that on video is creepy as shit.
23-year-old Drake invites a girl from the crowd on stage, dances with her, smells her hair, massages her shoulders, puts his arms around her, and then starts to kiss her neck.
Okay, he is told that she is 17 years old. Okay? Okay? He is told 17. I want you to pay very close attention to how he handles this. First off, all these people in the crowd, I have a serious issue with.
Drake walks away.
Do they show the other half of the clip? Good.
It's not looking good, bruv.
Why do you look like that? See right there, Drake responded in the right way. Oh shit! Oh no! I had no idea. Could totally be a mistake. Then he starts talking more, and he lets out more than what he should have said, which is, "Why do you look like that?" It gets weirder. Okay? It's getting weirder. I don't believe. I think it's worth an investigation. I don't know, man. Because the other guy that's in Drake's crew also was arrested with he was arrested for allegedly pimping girls at a young girls at like a certain age. I got to remember it because they put it in this video. Yeah, Baka Not Nice. Bro. Oh, you're 17? Why do you look like that? Well, all right. Well, I had some fun. I had some fun with you. Dude! Why are you still talking? Get them off the stage. Say, oh my God, I'm so sorry. Didn't mean for that to happen. If you could please exit the stage. Like... I don't know if I should feel Guilty or not. Okay? That's weird. Can we just please say that's weird? That's a weird response. What is the... Okay. Okay, bro. Why did I click that? Why did I click it? Oh no! It's so over! The Canadian police need to raid Drake's house now! Stop! I have to send that to some people. That's too funny. Okay, do you hear that? By the way, do you hear that? I don't know if I should feel guilty or not. Okay, Chef. Seriously, buddy. What are you doing? Like, I don't know if you heard that. Okay? Just pay close attention. Ooh, what was that?
I don't know if I should feel guilty or not, but I had fun. I like the way your breast feels against my chest.
Though I had fun, like the way your breasts feel against my chest, or breath, whichever way that could be interpreted. All right, hold on. I gotta deal with Chef real quick. Something was blocking his... I know what happened. Something was blocking his, what's it called? The litter box. And he was like, Dad, move it. There we go. Got it. Nah, he's all good. Why would I ever kick Chef? I love that motherfucker to death. Let's see here. YouTube captions are the worst. Yeah, no, they're absolutely terrible. But yeah, from what I understand and what people are saying, it's that Drake said it felt good on... It felt... The way your breasts felt against my chest felt good. That is a horrible thing to say when you find out that somebody's 17 years old that you just grinded up on and kissed their neck and stuff. Now I want to show the next part of this, which makes it even worse. I want to thank you. Kisses her hand. Now, normally, that's just a gentlemanly thing to do. Let's see how it goes from here. Kisses her cheek. Kisses her other cheek. Kisses her forehead. Kisses her on the lips. 23, confusing. Now, the age difference isn't crazy. But I still find it weird that a performer... doing that, knowing it's a 17-year-old, is not good. It's not good. I want you to see this again. I think that's the lips. Let's pay attention one more time. Hand. Cheek. Cheek. Forehead. Okay? Now, chat, what does that look like to you? Are you gonna go kiss the cheek again after you kiss both cheeks? No. Okay. Okay, dude. I said he's not a pedophile, or that I don't know if he's a pedo yet. Please, chill. Chill.
It is a sickness of the highest order. It is deviant, therefore we don't want it.
You know what I think is funny?
Papaya. This one is lost, my friend. He has done it on camera.
You know what I like about this shit is that you're the Ugandan Shazam. The minute I say, stand up for life, and boom, you turn into this.
And you guys remember one of his associates, Little Baka, was referenced a few times in Kendrick's song saying he's a predator or whatever.
The same year, Drake would post on Instagram, celebrating the release of Baka Not Nice, a rapper, friend, and member of Drake's record label, OVO, following a stint in jail for allegedly forcing...
Okay, so I need to read this. In 2014, Baka was arrested and charged with forcing a 22-year-old woman into prostitution. Okay? Okay? 22, not a child. A 22-year-old. So, 22, that's not pedophilic, but that is horrible to put a girl through trafficking and into prostitution. That is bad. Okay? Bad, but not pedophilic. Okay? Are we all on the same page for this? It's bad, it's horrible that he did that, but it's not pedophilia. Okay? Are we all on the same page here?
A 22-year-old woman into prostitution, a weapons charge, and human trafficking. The now deleted post read, "Something in the air today. A lot of good things happening at once, but this one means the most. Been waiting 11 months. Baka."
I've been waiting 11 months for this guy who put a girl through prostitution to come out of jail. I miss this guy so much. Like, what the fuck? Hey, didn't this dude grow up on Nickelodeon? Like, what the fuck? Yeah, I've been waiting for this guy to get out of jail for a while. Oh, what was his charge? Putting a girl through prostitution. Like, what the fuck? Drake for real? What is this? Okay, no, we're not playing the Raka Raka song.
Finally home.
I just wonder if he was also banging his girl while he was in jail.
Wow.
Remember when he said that shit about Wayne?
I'm gonna keep a buck here. The fact that Drake fucked Wayne's girl while he was in jail is so disrespectful to one of the goats, bro. To one of the goats. Seriously, to one of the goats. He fucked his girl while he was in jail. Oh my god. The sheer disrespect. Then you get a tattoo of the guy's face on your arm. That's not normal. That's not normal. Imagine if you got cheated on and your friend was like, "Yeah, I fucked your girl while you were away, but I got a tattoo of you." I got a tattoo to respect you, bro. Like,
yeah. You know that happened, right? Wayne confirmed it. Yeah, so just to be clear, people's like, "Oh, Kendrick just spread rumors." No, a lot of what Kendrick said is actually verifiable and provable. He did smash Wayne's girl while he was in jail.
Well, he wasn't there.
A year later, in May of 2016, 29-year-old Drake was spotted eating dinner with 18-year-old Hailey Bieber.
Okay, this one is like almost there, right? Like I can't say it definitively, nor will I, because I don't want to slander no one. But this is literally like, it's like this close. You see how close my fingers are together? It's like that close. It's like almost touching the word. It's like right here.
In West Hollywood, due to their allegedly flirty interaction and Drake wearing a match.
See, the flirty interaction, allegedly flirty. Now, we weren't there that night. We weren't there at the dinner to know exactly how that dinner went. But it's still weird.
H necklace, rumors of them dating began circulating, with Entertainment Tonight even alleging that the two hooked up at Drake's Memorial Day party.
See, this is the thing. We're going based on allegations. And he also knew her since she was a minor. Like, what the fuck?
However, during this time, Hailey did an interview with E! News, revealing that she'd known Drake for around 4 years at this point, meaning that a 25-year-old Drake first met Hailey when she was just 14.
Bruh! But you see what's going on here is that there's too many close calls. You know what I mean? There's too many close calls for Drake. There's too many. There's too many instances of like hitting up high school basketball girls right after they turn 18, you know, hitting up Hailey Bieber right after she turned 18. Talking to Millie Bobby Brown since she was 14. You know, like, when there's smoke, there's maybe a fire. I don't know. I can't say it directly. But, like, he's not helping himself.
Another 14-year-old? You going on dinner dates with her when she hit 18 in public? Another 14-year-old? How many more y'all need? Let's keep watching.
Because you got more?
A now 32-year-old Drake released.
Oh yeah, Billie Eilish too. Wasn't Billie a minor? And he tweeted out. No, he put it under her Instagram story that she was like, "I'm turning 18 soon." And he's like, "I can't wait," or something. Didn't he say that? Like, Oh, there's just so many. There are so many instances of this weird shit, right? There's so, like, again, I am not calling him a pedophile, but, like, come on. I remember that because one of my friends was into Billie Eilish at the time, lol, and it became a friend group meme. Of course. What is this? 18 tomorrow, champagne poppy. I've been waiting. That can't be real. I don't believe that he put in the emoji for horny shit. I don't. Drake! Stop making this difficult! I'm not trying to defend him from the accusations. I'm just trying to walk a tightrope here. I'm trying to walk a tightrope. And it's so hard. It's so fucking hard. It's the hardest thing I've ever had to do in my whole career on YouTube. Is to toe the line this much on this topic. Like, come on, man. Come on. Look at that. Like, it does not help. All right. Oh, that's photoshopped. I can see it. I can see that's photoshopped, bro. I can see that.
Released a song titled Nice for What, featuring the line, high school pics, you was even bad then. 3 months later, on July 22nd.
I'm sorry, bro. That's crazy. No, that dude is a little twisted monster.
Later that month, Drake would release a song titled Jaded.
Also, the screenshot is fake. Which one? What screenshot? Drake brings a girl on stage to kiss, then rejects her in front of 40,000 people. Is this her? Damn. Damn. We don't know the age of this person. Before everyone starts screaming, that's another minor. Okay, somebody's saying she's 16. I don't know the age of this person. I have zero idea. I have zero idea. I don't know. I have never seen this clip before. Oh, yo. This is bad. This is bad. This is bad. This is so bad. Oh, God. It says she's 18 in the video. Okay, thank God. Thank God. Drake did not shoot his shot at Billie Eilish. No, Drake did not shoot his shot. A fake Instagram shoot. Okay, so it's fake. Okay, thank you. 33-year-old rapper celebrating her 18th birthday caused fans to once again wonder why he's corresponding with famous teenagers. And there's a apparent Photoshop job and fake. Posted with Drake's picture underneath the Twitter handle, Champagne Poppy. Okay, fair. Thank you, Nani, for catching that for me. That's why I said I didn't believe it in the first place, but it's not helpful. Media outlets TMZ and Media Takeout jumped on the meme and shared the fake Instagram post as gospel. Goddamn, TMZ sucks ass. We still have other instances of him being weird, so that's fine.
Featuring the line, we could have waited. I wasn't Russian. Differences in ages. You're old enough, but you're still a baby.
Self-snitching. Just a reference, you're saying that no parents would let their daughter, they would think it's weird.
Everyone's been looking. What is this? Okay, so nobody. We're here for the thing, knowing his ass def deleted. We looking, where is it? We're here for the same reason, laughing my ass off. Okay, so people are hunting for it. It definitely isn't real.
She said like, oh, okay, I guess it's real, and kept on driving. So just to go back on what you were saying that no parents would have let that shit happen. She did. She was driving and they were chatting in the back, and she said, oh, I guess it's weird.
What I said was very different. I said no parent would let their daughter talk to a 29-year-old man. What I didn't add to that caveat is if they're famous, because famous people let their kids do weird shit.
Exactly.
Okay,
cool.
That's a whole different thing.
Cool.
But
confusing is trolling you. Fire him. I'm considering it, but like, this is the thing, right? Where the hell was I going with this? Yeah, so they bring up the position that it's like there's different rules for famous people, which there is. Anytime that these kids or like young adults start making their way and a famous person reaches out to them, for some reason, the dynamic changes, which I don't agree with. They're still human beings. Just because they're famous doesn't mean they get a free pass to start hitting up girls right out of high school. Sorry, I don't believe that. Attempted to silence Kendrick, so Mr. Gamer, that was proven to be false. UMG said that they have no position in the beef and they're not telling anyone to stop. So that's the last I heard of that. So like, this is the thing, is like parents will just let this happen. And it's unfortunate, right? It's totally unfortunate that these parents fail their kids so hard that they let these people talk to them. Billy defended Drake. I know Billy defended Drake now. Obviously, she's like, it's all fake. Friendship with Drake. Eilish turned 18 in December. Casually revealed in November that Drake, who's 15 older than her, has been texting her ostensibly to talk about music. After the news broke, fans began criticizing Canadian rapper. The internet is such a stupid-ass mess right now. Everyone's so sensitive. A grown man can't be a fan of an artist. A grown man shouldn't be texting an artist who's a minor. I feel like I could still stand on that position and not sound crazy, but that's just me.
What I didn't add to that caveat is if they're famous. Because famous people, let their kids do weird shit. Exactly. Okay? Cool. That's a whole different thing. Cool. But to be clear, this is weird behavior irrespective of anyone. But I'm saying the kinds of people who put their kids in famous situations, let their kids do a lot of weird, freaky shit.
That's why when you said that, I believe my face was kind of weird. I went,
yeah.
Because of that, the famous people.
Over the years, there's a lot of pictures of Drake wrapped around girls who are 18, 17. Do I think he's hit? Yes, I do. Now listen, you got no business talking to no goddamn teenager. Even if you did, you know better. You should know your managers and everybody around tell you, but they probably not because you're just into it that much.
Well, no. So the thing is that the managers probably just let it go because they don't want to get confronted or like yelled at or lose their jobs. If Drake is like 100% a certified like pedo, you know, a lot of people just stay quiet. They did that with Weinstein and a bunch of other people. So like an example is like Weinstein. Everyone knew that Weinstein was a creep and it was an open secret in Hollywood. But until someone broke the news and brought it to the public light, then something happened. Because a lot of these actors, artists, rappers, or anything above, right? They don't get found out until somebody else in the industry brings it forward. It's happened 1,000 times. And it will just keep happening. Many allege Drake caused X's death. Well, yeah. I heard about that too.
So all the stuff Kendrick was saying, it ain't lies. It ain't lies.
Like Epstein, Diddy, you know, there's a whole list. Fucking R. Kelly, like it's just these open secrets eventually make their way to the public. This is all like behind the scenes Hollywood bullshit. And anytime something like this happens, it opens a door. Now, can that door be used for nefarious purposes? Obviously. It can be. But sometimes it's right on the money. It's right on the money, and we just haven't seen the proof yet. And then the proof comes out a few years later, and then he's fucked.
And there's too many of these instances of this guy talking to... You know what I've never thought in all my years as a 30-year-old? Can I please talk to a teenager for extended periods of time?
Can I please talk?
The literal, like, one of my life goals is finding ways to talk to them as little as possible, okay? There is no time in my day that I'm like, man, I need a teenager around. You texted a teenager, I miss you so much?
Yeah. Drake! I'm gonna decide. I mean, I got a little bit of autism in me, so I don't miss nobody. You know what I mean? That cannot be me.
It's not like he's a teacher. It's not like he's risk youth outreach or whatever. There's like no reason to be talking to these people. And listen, a lot of onus should be on the parents who allow for these kinds of listen. But like I said, people in rich or famous areas, they operate in weird ways.
But that's like the thing. Is like, why in the living hell would a grown man be talking to a teenager? Why in the living hell would anybody be doing that? That is a good argument. It's like, you're a grown man. Why are you talking to teenagers? That's super weird. Who is it? Even if they're famous, why would you ever seek that out? Like, that's not good.
You know what I mean? Some of them stop parenting and leave the managers in charge of everything.
The weird thing they would do for the advancement of their kids, the weird shit that they would do. Yep. Some of these parents, whether it's in dance or...
Yeah, like, what do they have in common? TikTok.
acting, whatever. Some of y'all parents are pimps. And you're pimping the dreams that you had through your kids.
Yep.
I've felt that way for fucking years. Preach says it best. Like, anytime I see these pageant shows or you hear about, like, these teenage megastars, let me ask you, how many of you heard the majority of teenage stars being, like, having a happy childhood? Or that nothing bad ever happened to them in the industry ever? Like, I feel like every time a child star reaches a certain level in Hollywood, horrible shit happens. I feel like something bad happens like every time.
Some of y'all are pimps. Let's be honest with
And it's on the parents. It's on the parents for letting this shit happen.
each other. The way you guys are operating, but it's good for you. It's good. You're just thinking about the career.
Yeah. And people say, oh, Kendrick just make it. Listen, some of the people that are in OVHO are criminals. That's a fact.
What'd you say?
OVHO.
You said it like that.
Now step this way, step this way, step. So I'll talk about the rap beef at a different date, but I just want to talk about this portion specifically because I think it's telling that people think this is just rap. No. Okay? Where there's smoke, there's absolutely fire with this one, and this was a whole bonfire.
I think it's a
in
rap.
the middle of the woods.
I think it's a rap battle. It's not a beef, but whatever.
That's a beef. When you're bringing up allegations,
I can understand that, but I think it's still a rap battle. Rap battle's been vicious, been known to be vicious, exposing motherfuckers. If you go to rap battles, they go through lengths to expose.
Preach is correct. Like, I'm siding with Preach on a lot of this stuff, but Abba's making other good points. Abba's making good points that there are a lot of weird things that are stacking up. But it's also a rap beef. If you know anything about hip-hop, these motherfuckers will say crazy shit to get at each other. It has led to shootings. Like, bro, let's just be real here.
Motherfucker. The beef thing, what I know from a beef is people dying, people shooting up. And I don't think they're going to come to that way.
What about if they go to jail?
Oh, no. Preach. Oh, no. It's not going to come to a shooting. Now, people are saying that it isn't about the Kendrick beef. Okay, people are saying that the house getting shot up wasn't based around the Kendrick beef. It was like some other side beef that was going on. I want to say, like, yeah, 2 days after, no, a day after this went up. A day after this went up, his house got shot up. Yeah, so apparently, from what I understand, it was a beef involving The Weeknd and his crew. So, again, it wasn't about Kendrick, but it's kind of funny. The Weeknd! Who gives a shit about The Weeknd? Like,
what happened to Diddy? It took one court case from Cassie, and now his ass is looking at jail.
That was not a beef. That was not
my whole point is the difference between rap battles and this shit is.
I mean, a lot of areas in Toronto aren't safe. Have you seen where Drake's house is? There is no shot that was just a random shooting. I'm just gonna be honest. His house is in the middle of basically Toronto Beverly Hills. Like, what the fuck?
Because of how mainstream this is, and Kendrick know what he's doing when he's bringing this shit up. You don't think law enforcement might start looking at this shit?
Sure.
Okay, I'm just saying. Does that not go to a beef status if he going to jail potentially? I'm just asking the question.
No.
No?
No.
So jail is not beef for you?
No.
Just murder?
Yeah.
Or attacking someone physically?
Yeah, that's beef.
I'm going to be honest with you. If that's beef, then I'd rather have beef than whatever the fuck this is. Yeah, boy. Come find me and catch a fade. Yeah, catch a fade. I would much rather that than be facing 20 years because you exposed my secrets.
Hey, don't do secrets.
I'm just saying, but hey, maybe y'all feel different. I get what preachers say.
Don't do secrets then.
This?
If you're supposed to go to jail, you're supposed to go to jail.
This?
If it was over a beef, too bad. On top of that, you self-snitch in songs.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I'm not saying, it's not something that I went, excuse me, Mr. Prosecutor, this is what no. It's like, go look at that song and look into it. That's what he did.
Bro.
That's what he did.
It's my fault that you got pictures of you holding on to ladies like, and they 17. Nobody snitching on you.
So it's a rap battle.
That's you.
To me, it's not a
okay?
beef.
You should never be holding a 14-year-old like this.
I've heard more vicious shit in rap battles than this.
So Abba kind of fucked up there. I'll admit it. He said 14-year-olds. We only know 17 and allegedly 16 from that other video. Allegedly. Just make sure you get the ages right. Come on, bro.
Vicious stuff.
Yo, Drake is definitely into young ones. And anyone who's telling themselves otherwise, I want y'all to explain all of them conversations you be having with 14-year-olds. Go ahead, and I'll wait. I'll wait. I want you guys to give me the reason why a 30-year-old is out here going on dates and hanging out and texting about dating and boys with 14-year-olds. And I'll tell you what it is. You ready for the word? This is actually one of the few times you can use it. Preach, drum roll, grooming.
The word is grooming.
See, yeah. I want to show this. Wait, there was a... Hold on. There was a comment that they had pinned. Where did it go? Where did the comment go? There was a comment that was like straight up calling out Abba and Preach, saying it's not weird that Drake did any of this. I need to find that comment. It was pinned on this video for a bit. Where did it go? Oh, the weirdo Drake fan who deleted his pinned comment wrote, and I'm the only one that really gives zero fucks about this. If I were him, I'd do the same. These girls are old enough. Millie was old enough for the meat. I can't tell if that was a troll comment or being legit. I can't tell if it was a troll comment or if it was being legit, man. I can't do it anymore. Lyrics altogether. Bro! Bro! Testify now! No! Don't get me involved. I read that out loud like a retard. Oh, God. That's too funny. Oh, my God. So let's see here. Do I want to go over this video? Backstab this guy for the second time in a couple of weeks. Okay. So this is the video that apparently is being referenced by Abba and Preach. I kind of want to see where this one goes, because this video was made 10 days ago. Why does everyone hate Drake? And I feel like a good breakdown as to why people hate Drake might give you the reason why the hip-hop community just will straight up say whatever the fuck they want about him. Darth Viper made a diss track.
I see dead people.
Stop.
Well, then all that mean, go. I must have on the beat, hope, Debo, any rap nigga, yeah, free throw, man down, call it Amber Lambs, tell him breathe, bro, nail a nigga to the cross, he walk.
It doesn't even sound like him. It doesn't even sound like him. I don't even think it sounds like him. I'm gonna be honest.
I'm like T, so what's up with these jabroni ass niggas trying to see Compton?
Okay, it sounds like him now.
Mama. How many actually really got? I mean,
now it sounds like him.
I'm finna pass on this body, I'm John Stockton.
I just need to hear him say certified pedophile. I need to hear him say it. Eat your ass and hide
the Bible if God watching. Sometimes you gotta pop out and show niggas. Certified boogeyman, I'm the one that up to school with him. Walking down whole time, I know he got some hoe in him. Pull on him, extort shit, really the flow on him. Say Drake, I hit you like I'm young. You better not ever go to cell block 1. To any bitch that talk to him and they in love, just make sure you hide your little sister from him. They tell me Chubb's the holy one to get your hand-me-downs and party up the party playing with his nose now. And Baka got a weird case, why is he around? Certified lover boys, certified pedophiles.
It's even funnier hearing it coming from Dark Viper's voice. Holy shit. Oh my god. For the YouTube algorithm, that was AI. That was not the song made by Kendrick. That was not Kendrick Lamar. Please fuck off. I can't get over this photo. I can't get over this fucking photo. It's too funny. Oh my god. I can't get over it. I literally can't. Oh my god. The Chud one is better. The Chud one is better. The background for this photo is Epstein's Island. Nice.
Beef going on in the rap community as of late, with many of those disses being aimed at Drake. Even recently in Drake's response, he said, "All you people teaming up, what is this, a 20v1?" And he said this because artists like Rick Ross, A$AP Rocky, Kendrick Lamar, Future, Metro Boomin, The Weeknd, and many more have dissed him, which has left many people wondering why everybody hates Drake. So let's...
I wonder why. It's almost like he's an egotistical douchebag. And nobody likes him because of the ego. I feel like that's a pretty self-explanatory situation. If somebody's an egotistical douchebag or a smug douchebag, no one's going to like the smug douchebag.
Look into it, starting off with Future and Metro Boomin. In light of recent events, Drake's beef with Metro and Future is pretty well documented, so I'm not going to go super into detail in this section, but it provides the backstory for us to understand why all of these rappers assembled to diss Drake. So Future and Metro Boomin are the two people responsible for the so-called rap civil war, and it seems like Metro Boomin is the main mastermind behind it. But why does Metro Boomin hate Drake? Well, it seems to have started back in December of 2022 when Drake was left off of Metro Boomin's album Heroes and Villains.
I was just in the studio with Drake one time, because we were going to do some stuff on my album, and he just wanted to hear some songs from my album. Then he heard that one and really wanted to get on it. But like, I was letting him know that he was really just done for real, and I was really just set on how it was. I was like, bro, I ain't even trying to sell you no dream. Like, it's really like just locked in. I'm locked in where it was. But
their beef seemed to flare up again after Drake and 21 Savage's album Her Loss kept winning Album of the Year over Metro's album. Metro tweeted, "Yet Her Loss still keeps winning Rap Album of the Year over H&V. Proof that award shows are just politics and not for me. I don't care about awards honestly. The true award and reward is knowing that the music I spend so much time on brings joy to people's everyday lives."
I'm gonna be real. Metro sounds like he's coping there. I'm gonna be real. Why did Clappedseal make a Twitter thread about the MLK clip? Wait, what? No shot. We might have to take a break. I wanted to talk about the Clappedseal thing after this, but we might have to deviate just a little bit, okay? So Clappedseal is a content creator who says he isn't commentary, but is commentary, okay? Let's just ruin that right now, all right? I'm going to pull up your YouTube channel. Okay? Clappedseal is this guy.
In a video.
Okay? He made a video called Are Furries a Minority? Now, chat, you know how I feel about furries on this channel. You know how I feel about them. Gas chamber! I can't even hide it. I'll give you the mic, Toastify. I'll call Toastify. This is going to be AIDS. I'm so excited. Let's get it done. I'm going to let Toastify cook on this one. He probably knows a lot more. What's up?
Hello?
What's up?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. You're good.
Alright, so the law with Clappedseal. I'm honestly surprised this person's come back on my thing, because I've only known about them once. So Clappedseal used to be like a small commentary YouTuber who'd hang around like the likes of kind of like the art commentary like people like Akumu and like and all
Bored
those people.
Oranges. I think Bored Oranges shouted them out for one of their videos.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, so they were hanging around that place, and I believe they were like originally like small commentary. Then they falsely accused a guy called Zero Needs Coffee for like a 16-18 relationship, I believe. A 17-18 or 16 relationship. And they called him a pedophile in like a 40-minute video.
A 40-minute video all about a 2-year age gap.
Yes, and they had to walk it back. Everyone who was around there just fucking clowned them for that. And then they left. I guess they supposedly left the community. By which I mean they found the niche for like the furry community and like making videos on that, and they started blowing up. They have a really popular video on Gara Shadow Scale, who I've covered.
Right.
Who's this like weird fucking Discord mod? They have like the main video on that, and there's a bunch of their videos that they
furry based. Yeah, furry based. You got Carol the Wolf. You got basically Hypnotist Sappho. So basically just furry based.
The Hypnotist Sappho one features Zero Needs Coffee. They used to be friends.
Oh
and then
no!
Clappedseal dropped the video.
And he accused him of pedophilia for a 2-year age gap, bro. Come on.
Yeah.
All right.
So they've been just going on from now.
In a video previous to this.
So this one opens.
Where's the MLK clip?
Yeah, where's the MLK clip?
Why is like citing MLK? This reminds me of like an old Tommy C clip where someone cites MLK. I need to find that clip.
It's in here asking the question. Wait, hold on.
I danced around the idea of labeling furries as a minority group. It's a loaded term.
Okay. Wait, is it in the video that furries are racism?
It's basically it's saying it's a minority group. It's like it should not take you 45 minutes to answer this question. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I get you. I'm just I gotta find the MLK clip. I have to find it. It's gonna fucking kill me. Is it in the furries video? Are furries a minority group? Gender restrictions.
It's in this video somewhere. If they cut it out.
The Holocaust! Whoa! Whoa! I gotta watch this part.
They rise for the sake of
the Holocaust.
Convenience. As one more example, which doesn't relate to gender this time, the Holocaust. Which I'm now realizing I'm doing the most clappy thing ever. You know, making a video about furries and only 3 minutes in, immediately diverging into talking about a mass genocide. My ability to string together loosely related topics is accidental and stupid. Anyway, the etymology of the word is derived from both Latin and...
I'm glad you're breaking down what the word Holocaust means. Thank you so much for this. Thank you. I need
oh my god.
He breaks down
why
the meaning.
Why is this like new generation of commentary? This sucks so much ass. It's like me and Bungie. They're like the only good ones.
Nah, dude. What happened? What happened was.
But like King of Nothing is like retarded. He fucking cancelled his Discord member. By the way, his member perk still has Discord on it, so I'm being scammed right now. Still being scammed.
You're being scammed. That video was shit. I did not cover it. But that video was shit.
That was painful to watch. I hopped in lyrics as a stream. It was painful to fucking watch.
It's just
Holy
horrible.
Fuck. I felt awful that I went on Tommy's show before and I was like, well, I don't think this guy deserves like most of the backlash. And then I watched his entire video and I was like, fuck me, this is awful.
That's like the best. That's like the best part is that you tried. At least you tried. A lot of people were just shitting on him. At least there was one voice that was trying to back him up. But then you watched it.
Yeah, I watched it. I was like, I don't know if he deserved to fucking get sued or that stuff. And then I watched. I was like, no, I absolutely. By the end, I was like, okay, this guy needs to be in the Shanghai Teddy Fresh factory. All right, like it's over. You know?
So true, so true. I need to figure out why he Wait, why is it the Jewish Holocaust?
What is going on with this guy?
Greek roots, forming the compound word holocaustum, which can be interpreted through English equivalent.
You know what's funny? They watched that one clip of Diorio and be like, what is doxing? How do you define doxing? And they were like, we could do that for every one of them.
This reminds me of a really old Tommy C clip, if you want to pull that up.
Yeah.
I have a timestamp there.
Everyone on Twitter wants to go ahead and talk shit because they would never say that to my face.
I would.
And that's facts, you know? And you know what? I do got one last thing to say. I got one last thing to say. You know what I was doing last night? I was reading the I Have a Dream speech by Martin Luther King.
Let it play, man.
And you want to know what it says right here on page 5? I have a dream that my 4 little children will one day live in a nation where they will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by
whatever Pokemon cards they have.
By the content of their character. I have a dream. So Martin Luther King wants people to be judged by their content of their character. A-Drive's content of his character is absolute shit, and my content of my character should be proven by every single day that I come live. So if you want to say that I'm wrong, well, go ahead and tell Martin Luther King that he's wrong.
Stop!
It's one of the best Tommy's SFTV clips ever. So good.
Tommy's got too many good fucking clips out there. If I'm wrong, that means Martin Luther King is wrong.
Speak to Martin Luther King. Man, this trend of like citing MLK in like videos is kind of interesting. I think I need to hop on this. This is the new trend. I gotta hop on this shit, man.
Notice how it's only white people doing this.
Yeah.
Notice how it's only white guys that make videos that do it.
Yeah, no one reasonable would be like, well, MLK, slavery, all that stuff.
Yeah,
like,
true. Well, you can't really go in that position.
Fuck me, man.
I need to understand how he connects the Holocaust to the furries. I need to know.
Holocaust. Breaking the word down into its components, we have holo, meaning something whole or entire. Then kostos, meaning burnt or red hot. Thus, the combination of these terms can be interpreted as entirely burnt or something wholly burnt up. Essentially, Holocaust can be used as a suffix to this.
What is happening?
This is like Wikipedia etymology definition. Like, what the fuck? Every time I cover someone new on like every time I hop on someone's stream, I'm like, I need to make a video on this person. And I realize I already have like about 5,000 videos queued up that I need to do, and that would already hold me back.
You just gotta add
it
to a Google Doc so you don't forget. Like each time you've gone on a stream, just write it down and be like, that person's interesting.
Okay, I'm probably gonna do that with this guy actually. Yeah.
Yeah, this guy sounds fucking crazy.
mass loss or total destruction of lives. By use of the phrase the Holocaust,
Yeah, confusing. They're talking about your people.
we are often referring to the Jewish Holocaust, which we are distinguishing from other terms such as the Armenian Holocaust, a coexistent term which ran alongside the far more common Armenian genocide, which was used in news headlines around the time of World War I. At the time of these headlines, the word Holocaust had no connotation to the Jewish population. That was something attributed to the term in the decades after. What this means is that set definitions to labels can nearly be ignored when added context to the word amplifies or minimizes the severity or magnitude of its implication.
Why would you ever use the Holocaust as your example for that?
It's not even. It's like, first of all, it's such an extreme example.
It really is.
But also, it's not like I've barely seen like anyone killed for being a furry.
No, I don't think I've ever heard of that. Like for me, I'm like, I hate all of you.
There's probably like a couple of cases out there, maybe, but like, there's never been like a mass-wide fucking extermination of furries. You know what I'm saying?
Hold on. I'm googling something real quick.
Oh my god.
Maybe
Drake's bodyguard was a
No, I'm just writing. Is there a furry Holocaust? And the first thing that pops up is furry Holocaust on r/dank memes 5 years ago.
Oh my god.
Wait, Slate.com.
Why
What's going
is this video
on?
45 minutes? Why do we ever get like these long videos and it's like fucking AIDS?
I love this part. Rolling Stone. Does the furry community have a Nazi problem?
Oh, in fairness, they do.
They do. They really do.
They do. They actually do. And in fairness, they actually do.
Hold on, what is this? Ultimate Guitar Furry Holocaust forum topic. Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Jesus.
Please tell me this isn't what I think it is. The colorful furries. Okay, no, this is about music. Thank God. I was like, what is happening? There's an internet forum.
For if you make the comparison to an event being an example of a Holocaust, then you are making a direct comparison to the genocide of Jewish populations, redefining the word under a new magnitude to how we interpret the phrase. Now, I'll note that I left out several other factors such as religious influences, just as so to not overcomplicate my example. Still, early intentions of this label were to make it give the genocide a particular...
This is terrible. This is absolutely... This is terrible.
Oh my god. I need to like, Nick needs to like pull this on stream or something, man. I need to get lyrics to cover this. What is this video? What am I watching right now?
You're watching our furries, a minority group.
This should be like universally shamed. We are 5 minutes in, we're talking about the fucking Holocaust.
Well, hold on.
To our furries and minority group.
But he's trying to show you that a word can have a more definitive term and a more dangerous term, and it gets over, like, in a sense, like, overexposure and makes it something different. Furries are now seen as zoophiles is probably going to be his argument. He's like, well, you just hear furry, it's synonymous with zoophiles. Nobody wants to fuck with zoophiles.
This guy seems like if you'd say like you should fucking if you'd make like a KYS joke, it'd be like, wow, you want this guy to jump off a building and kill himself? Well, you are a fucking awful person. Jesus Christ.
I love some people in chat are going, how many fucking subs does this guy have?
47k.
47k, dude.
This guy's got a video with 800k views, by the way.
Look at this. So. Look at what he underlined. To preserve the specialness of the tragedy as a Jewish tragedy.
Oh my god.
I love this video. I fucking love it.
Distinctness in order to highlight its importance. Religious undertones to the label are something that is frequently ignored in modern times. For many feel that it elevates
the... of this. 1 second. I'm getting a fucking screenshot of one of this fucking clip. The fact there's furry avatars right there with some of the Holocaust. I need to get a screenshot of this.
Here, I got it right there. Chris,
grab what the hell are we watching?
No, I need like the big text was like Holocaust.
Oh, you need the Holocaust text. There it is. Wait, yes. Wait, what? It looks like he's doing the Jewish question. Hold on.
Use of the phrase the Holocaust, we are often referring to the Jewish interpreted the whole can be interpreted from etymology of the my ability to string together loosely related topics is accidental and stupid. Anyway, the etymology of the word is derived from both Latin and Greek roots.
Oh, I want it. Look at him. He's so excited.
Screenshot the fuck out of that.
He's so excited.
I can't screenshot it from your fucking screen because
I got it. There you go.
Send that to me now.
It's too perfect.
I want the title under it as well.
Oh, you want the title? All right, I got it.
Hang on. I think I can do this right now. 1 second, because I got a new screen.
Got it.
Yeah, I got it as well.
There you go.
Thank.
This is too perfect.
I'm posting that right to Twitter right now.
This is great. Wait, what the fuck is this? Human. Is he breaking down what human means and comparing it to furries? Effects and consequences. What the fuck? What? Sample pop up. Purposeful attacks, 19 hospitalized in a gas attack. What the fuck? There was a furry gas attack?
What?
Hold on. Yeah, look at this.
Place supposed to resemble community and safety? Take, for example, the 2014 Midwest Fur Fest gas attacks. This purposeful chlorine gas...
What the fuck? Purposeful chlorine gas attacks. The fuck?
Holy fuck.
The furry community's on some wild shit, dude.
Leak led to the hospitalization...
The confusing beat toastified in the fucking photo. Yep.
Nightmare balloon rotation. See, that doesn't have the Holocaust screenshot, like, framed.
In defense of pedophiles, Holocaust.
In defense of pedophiles.
What a wild title.
Oh my god. Someone's just sent me another Clappedseal fucking thumbnail. What is this? That's it. This guy's amazing. How has no one like paid attention to this?
There's no way this guy's a real person. I don't believe he's real. Okay, so gas attacks, him explaining the Holocaust.
Oh my god, I'm sending this to Tom.
I need the AI. What I need right now is the MLK clip. I need it.
The fact that it's not at the beginning of the video.
It's actually frustrating. Yeah. What the fuck is...
Are we sure it's this video? It is this video. It has to be
Whoa,
this video.
where is this?
Kara the Wolf.
What
constitutes
a minority?
This needs a dedicated stream. I'm sorry. We should not be bringing this up in the middle of a Drake stream.
No, fuck this shit. We're talking about this now. Fuck Drake.
Alright, fine. No worries.
Fuck Drake.
Choice.
Go from the beginning. We're gonna go from the beginning.
Oh, we're gonna go. I just wanted to jump to what constitutes a minority.
Oh my god.
We're going from the beginning. Asking the question.
The FQ. It's real.
Hold on. Let's see here. I gotta switch this. Learning about Clappedseal pro Holocaust. What's the new title?
You're gonna get fucking taken down for that one.
I know. I didn't do it.
In a video previous to this one, I danced around the idea of labeling furries
I need racism in the furry fandom. What the fuck?
as a minority group. It's a loaded term with a dated history of misuse and questioning, but it's also a label that I've been interested in determining.
He said it was a minority group?
Yes.
He said before? Oh my god.
So, from what I'm gathering,
I feel like
he probably got shit on in the comments about calling furries a minority group, and he made this video to effectively argue with those people. That's at least my schizo conspiracy theory right now.
Why make a 45-minute video on this? I bet if you showed this to Leon, he'd have like an aneurysm.
He would have an aneurysm. You know?
I'm stunned. I'm stunned. I don't want to I don't like moral F over this because like I would be like, oh, well, I'm a minority in this thing. But like, holy, to misunderstand it that much is wild. I'm like shocked. I'm like in disbelief right now.
The fact that this is like a video that somebody put on their channel is still shocking to me.
How have we? This has been up for 3 months. How has this not been taken down?
What do you mean taken down?
Forget the King of Nothing video.
Yeah, forget about him calling Ethan Klein.
How is this? I'm sending this link to Larix. I need to get this guy to fucking cover this shit right now.
I don't think he's gonna be able to handle it.
No, he needs to. He needs to.
We're just spreading this around the community now.
If anyone has, by the way, if anyone has like fucking what's it called, like the video I made about Zero Needs Coffee, let me know, cause or at least like if one of the mods can find that, cause that might be worth a look at as well.
Yeah, the Zero Needs Coffee stuff. Hey Nani, if you could pull up anything involving this guy at Zero Needs Coffee, or if you have the original video, if it's on archive somewhere, send it to me.
Humans appreciate simplicity. If we can define a term under strict definitions, it can allow us to clearly
check this out. What is this? Okay.
It's over.
Hold on.
Over. How does Shinji do his edits so quickly?
I don't know. Shinji, I have some notes. Put Holocaust between them both. And then I'll tweet it out.
outline boundaries. I mean, if we're going to spend so much time talking about hate towards a particular group, we should at least be able to define what we're talking about. Are we talking about valid criticism, or are we talking about discrimination? If we cannot define these terms, then it is fruitless to even entertain a conversation on how to prevent it, for each alternative answer provides vastly different methods of prevention. I understand that labels are annoying. Many people even swear off using them in a bid to rid themselves of its restrictions, and certain labels can be seen as unnecessary, even damaging to whatever or whoever.
Do you think he fucks that seal plushie being a furry?
Oh my god. There's no need. What the fuck?
The label defines. However, something being confusing, even to the point of frustrating, doesn't make it any less valid. Understanding where discrimination stems from and the position that it puts groups in
I'm sorry. I'd rather discriminate against this, whatever the fuck this is. Like, you're wearing costumes and you're banging each other and doing like methamphetamines. Like, I don't respect this group at all.
Makes the challenge of defeating it far more streamlined. Individually speaking, ridding oneself of labels can be liberating. In a world that's amassed with horror and confusion, it is no fault of one's own to ignore the socially defined labels, the ones that they see as just unimportant. Gender, for example, can be seen as restricting to many people's identity and mental health.
I love that he's trying to compare this.
Shit. Goes to like
gender.
one gender studies class.
He did one college class, and this dude's like, you know what? Furries are going through the same thing that people that are transitioning in their life are doing.
Holy fuck. Shinji, that's not the video, I don't think. Padding content and milking. Meowber exposed. Yeah, this isn't it. No, this is a different one. I wish someone had this archived.
Oh, yeah, okay, so this is Zero D Coffee versus Meowba. So it's...
Yeah, so they're like covering the drama and stuff.
Yeah, so we need Clappedseal's video on Zero Needs Coffee, like the specific video.
To combat gender, someone can internally ignore and reject the concept entirely, a feasible and understandable process for those whom it fits. Although gender across cultures and societally cannot be simply eradicated to the same extent, even for being a social concept that is at
Okay, listen, being a furry is not, like, gender or race. I'm sorry. It's not even remotely
like an interest.
equivalent.
It's an interest.
It's an interest, it's a hobby, it's a kink for some, but it is not, like, an actual thing that affects the human experience. Like, calm the fuck down.
At least biologically non-existent, social definitions sprout amongst cultures independently from one another. A common misconception is to class alternative genders to the Western male and female as new, thus giving way for a media-proposed panic and neophobia. Although, this is woefully incorrect, as gender does exist in history which diverges from this male and female narrative. In turn, labels of gender make sense, so eradicating such a concept would not only go against history, but it would conflict with people's culture. Looking at it from an outsider's perspective, these definitions make it far easier for someone to identify a problem and minimize stigma on a societal level. If we know—
Yeah, just ignore all labels. And you'll totally understand the furry fandom. What the fuck are you talking about? You guys are freaks. Like, there are people that deserve respect in the world, right? Like, people that are... It's controversial to say to some people in this community, but listen, if somebody transitions to being a woman or a man, I'm cool with it. I will respect that, whatever. But if you're somebody that's dressing like a mascot and fucking another mascot in a hotel room, I don't respect that. It's a kink. I'm kink shaming you. That's not an identity. That's not a gender. That's not a race. It's none of those things. It's a kink. And I am here to kink shame the fuck out of you. Like, stop it.
What a thing is, and we can differentiate it from another thing, then we can properly address the issue. Furthermore, the specificity of labels can create contradictions. A label could contradict the actual definition of that name, or the act of giving something a label could actually contradict the label itself. For example, agender, which refers to someone who does not identify with having a gender. So our label for this person's gender is to say that they don't have a label for their gender. Linguistically, it kind of creates a paradox. Perhaps it's implying that the...
You need like a certain type of like tell me online to understand this stuff.
Yeah, I know,
like,
right?
Philosophy. Oh my god. Oh my god.
That one's going up. that one's going up.
Metro quickly deleted it, but there was obviously some tension there. Drake also seemed to respond in a live...
Oh, wrong video. Fuck you, Drake. We're not talking about Drake right now. We're talking about furry Holocaust.
Label of agender is true yet poorly worded. Not that I can propose a better alternative. I like to see the label as a form of revolt, to act out against the unnecessary nature of gender and act as just a person on Earth. Putting it like that frankly sounds badass, transphobes be quivering. But in general, labels—
This guy is literally the most left-leaning person I have covered in a while. This is like Ethan Online level shit.
Okay, so guys, if you're
Yikes.
looking for that the Zero Needs Coffee video, I know Wacky TV covered it. The title is The Truth About Zero Needs Coffee. Oh, it's horrific. That was like this is like the exposed video.
Oh, you have it? Or Wacky covered it?
I Wacky covered it on his stream. I don't know how much he covers of it, but like it's like an exposed video. How long is it? It's 30 minutes long.
Oh.
30 minutes long. It's called The Truth About Zero Needs Coffee. Uploaded around like April 2023, we'll say. Oh, Confusing sent me something.
Yeah, Shinji.
Okay, Confusing.
You find it?
Confusing didn't find it. No, it's different.
Shinji and Nani are like crazy good like researchers, so they'll find it somehow.
Oh my god. By the way, I've downloaded that Clappedseal, this furry drop furry minority video because I feel like it's gonna be deleted fairly soon.
Oh yeah, once somebody like this starts getting shit on, they don't really keep it up very long. they don't do it.
Are a form of convenience. We use them to simplify other existing terms that may be too complex or overly complicated into shorter, more concise definitions. In turn, to create another label, we should consider any possible contradictions that may arise for the sake of convenience. As one more example, which doesn't relate to gender this time, the Holocaust, which I'm now...
I can't believe that you're using this juxtaposition gender. Now you're moving into, another word, the Holocaust. Like, you could have done anything else. Literally anything.
Realizing I'm doing the most clappy thing ever, making a video about furries and only 3 minutes in, immediately diverging into talking about a mass genocide. My ability to string together loosely related topics is accidental and stupid. Anyway, the etymology of the word is...
At least he admits that he's stupid for this. At least he admits that.
Derived from both Latin and Greek roots, forming the compound word holocaustum, which can be interpreted through English equivalent holocaust. Breaking the word down into its components, we have holo, meaning something whole or entire, then kostos, meaning burnt or red hot. Thus, the combination of these terms can be interpreted as entirely burnt or something wholly burnt up. Essentially, holocaust can be used as a suffix to describe a mass loss or total destruction of lives. By use of the phrase the Holocaust, we are often referring to the Jewish Holocaust, which we are distinguishing from other...
Hold on, Leon was just like, nobody's watching that video. Think of a furry being a minority. That's a horrible question. He's gonna get pissed.
Wait, is that DM from Leon?
Yeah, it's from Leon.
You have to send him the screenshot with it, like the clip where the MLK thing is.
Yeah, I need to find the MLK.
I know someone clipped it on Twitter if you want to send a quick thing, but
he uses MLK to make his point. There we go. I informed him he uses MLK in this video to make his point.
The Armenian Holocaust, a coexistent term which ran alongside the...
There we go.
Oh, Edla, I joined the live just to see Jewish Holocaust. Wow, we're getting banned. Let's see this.
More
dangerous. Oh, this is a different video.
Yeah, it's entirely...
Video.
Yeah, we were watching the wrong video, but like... This one's still funny.
I think it's good. I think it's good we were
Nothing
watching
in the world is
video.
more dangerous than sincere ignorance and conscientious stupidity. This passage can be found in a 1963 book, Strength to Love, authored by none other than Martin Luther King.
None other than Martin Luther King. In a video about anti-furry journalism. What the fuck does that mean? What is it?
Oh my god.
You ever think that Martin Luther King's like looking down from heaven, if there is one, and he just sees like somebody make a video like this and he's like, this is not the world I want to leave behind for my kids.
So I have information on the Zero Needs Coffee stuff. So Zero Needs Coffee, he was 18, dating like a 16-year-old, alright?
Okay.
And I believe he asked for nudes. Yeah, and that's it. And that's what justified an entire 28-minute video from Clappedseal. Now, it should not be encouraged that 16-year-olds send nudes.
No.
Because it's gonna fucking go around online. They'll be ashamed about it. But like, this is not proving that like fucking Zero Needs Coffee is a fucking pedophile or something. Like this is insane. Apparently, he had to take the video down because the victim herself did not think she was a victim and requested it to be removed because of how stupid the drama was.
Bro.
Someone needs to look through this. Someone needs to find this. You're chat detectives on the case.
Yeah, I got
the only mirror that exists from Wacky TV. Fuck! If someone has a link, that could work.
Leon just called me white and said, "Kill yourself." I'm like, okay. It's not exactly what he said, but he essentially said that.
a more common Armenian genocide, which was used in news headlines around the time of World War I. At the time of these headlines, the word Holocaust had no connotation to the Jewish population. That was something attributed to the term in the decades after. What this means is that set definitions to labels can nearly be ignored when added context to the word amplifies or minimizes the severity or magnitude of its implications. For if you make the comparison to an event being an example of a Holocaust, then you...
What is this? We got at Toastify, Zero Needs Coffee. Going through Zero Needs Coffee. Yeah, that's the Wacky TV one. We already have
we have that, but we're just looking for the link. I've just found the, trying to look through on archive.org.
It's got to be there somewhere.
We're making a direct comparison to the genocide of Jewish population.
It's that gone.
Fuck, that sucks.
So Wacky's the only one that we can use. Damn.
Fuck, man.
Damn.
Populations, redefining the word under a new magnitude to how we interpret the phrase. Now, I'll note that I left out several other factors such as religious influences, just as so to not overcomplicate my example. Still, early intentions of this label were to make it give the genocide a particular distinctness, in order to highlight its importance. Religious undertones to the label are something that is frequently ignored in modern times, for many feel that it elevates the very human issue into one of divine importance, when in actuality it may be more fitting to view Nazi soldiers and Jewish victims for what they truly are, human, thus grounding the event in reality.
Why? No, this is so dumb.
Yeah,
so
the
dumb.
Holocaust got lifted up to some form of divine event, but to be honest, once you just break it down, it's just humans being human. Okay, yes, like what?
Not be like why? Why is it like a citation essay, you know? Why is it written like it's like a fucking, like, you're handing in your essay for, like, your degrees?
It's like a master's degree, and you're about to go into the doctoral program. You have to write a nice essay about furry holocausts.
There's not a critical video of this guy you can watch. No one's made one, I don't think.
I think
I would make one, but I'm not making. If you're a small creator watching this, it's a good opportunity to get yourself out there.
Yeah,
be a good video to make.
It gets you on the ground floor, dude.
Gets you on the map. Yeah.
And recognizing that people are actually capable of these types of things. In a way, this can be seen as reappropriating the label, something that we've seen by many minority groups when derogatory terms are worn as badges of honor. I'll leave a link to 2 papers in the description.
He's literally trying to say, yeah, well, you know, black people can call themselves the N-word. This is happening.
The reappropriation of stigmatizing labels, and the other to an Oxford University press paper on the Holocaust.
Why do we call the Holocaust the Holocaust?
No way Tom's just dropped a video on him. Fuck off.
Wait,
2 months ago, never mind.
Yeah, I was about to say,
2 months ago,
what?
never mind. This is about something else.
For which I cite for a lot of the information I just said. This paper features a far more in-depth explanation of religious influences that I mainly brushed over. It outsets with this line: language is really a reciprocal tool. It reveals, and at the same time, it is revealing. We know through its use it has the capabilities of shaping cultures and societies as we know them. Hopefully my brief introduction provides some insight into all the intricacies which go into labels and their effects.
No, it didn't work. Me and Toastify just sat here laughing at the Holocaust comparisons. I'm gonna be honest, it did not work. Yeah, and look, this is pseudo-intellectualism to like cranked up to like 90. This is crazy people talk. Oh well, you know, we discern labels and make sure that labels don't mean as much as what they really are. Bro, the Holocaust is the Holocaust. Like, it's a major event in history that 6 million people were all burned and killed. Like, of course it's gonna have more significance.
Labels aren't chosen hastily, but
this is stupid. This is stupid.
I'm very curious about where he goes with the other video and the MLK comparison.
You want to see the MLK one too? We can do both. Yeah. I do not care.
Journalism.
Through precise, calculated decisions that consider possible effects and consequences. These laws of language will become useful as we progress through this video. Many of them will affect our judgment on how we label certain concepts. They tell us that any slight nuances in judgment lead to great consequences and therefore have to be made with increased caution. I've yet to even introduce a key social aspect to the labels which target the use of pre-existing labels themselves, a topic that we will arrive to later in the video. But hold on, how does this relate to furries? Well, quite simple really. For over 40 years, furries have established themselves as a subculture of society. For almost an equal amount of time, the fandom has made its way into ethics discussions and debates on whether they should be accepted, exiled, or changed.
Exiled. Easy answer. I'll take exiled for 100, Trebek. No.
Hatred has evolved and developed over time, certainly given the decades of time to...
What the fuck is this clip? Toastifier, are you looking at this?
Oh my god, we just found it. We just found it. Shut up.
Yes!
Shut up confusing. Shut up confusing. I'm downloading the fuck out of this right now.
W confusing. W
confusing opinion.
Oh my god.
It's unlisted. How the fuck this motherfucker left it unlisted?
Oh, we gotta. Yeah, I'm taking a copy of that myself.
Oh my god. It's over. It's over. It's actually over. Oh no.
Toastify is making a video as we speak now.
I'm not making a video. No, I'm not making a fucking video.
Not yet.
I should leave this call and work on my own projects right now.
You should. What are you doing?
I don't know. That's a good point. I'm gonna head out and make this fucking video.
You're pulling a Diorio. I'll finish this. If
am.
you find anything good in
Yes.
it and you make a video on this guy, all I ask you put a clip of me in there.
Alright, no worries. No
Fair trade.
Alright, fair enough.
Go work, asshole.
Oh my god.
Bye. There we go. He's gonna go on Larry's stream later. $50 says. $50. $50 he's gonna go with Larry's stream. Post in chat. Okay, here you go. There you go, chat. Have fun. I'm downloading it for myself right now. There is no shot in hell that I am not gonna download this. I'm looking at the infamous furry episode of CSI Miami, or just CSI in general. I'll pay you $50 if I get on Larry's stream. Okay, fair. You'll probably get on it. I need to see where this keeps going. This is incredible. I'm just gonna let this finish downloading real quick. Done. Also, I am the only person who has a current copy of Pie Girl's last video on Blair TV. I think I am the only person that has a copy of it. Oh wait, no, I gave it to Spondyle. I gave it to Spondyle.
Age, and its impacts on the community cannot go understated. The fandom would be unrecognizable if it weren't for the misinformative news journalism and the negative public reception. If we were to take this misinformation and all this negative stereotyping, we should ask what position it puts the fandom in, and why would we have any incentive to add such a label?
It got re-uploaded anyway, so I sent it to Spondyle. Wait, what do you mean? Why? I'm talking about the most recent one, Toastify, the one that we got into an argument with Blair, with fucking Pie Girl about it. I'm talking about that one. I have that one.
Onto it.
That's what I said.
Is this practice worth the effort, or is it a fruitless endeavor leading to a world indifferent to its conclusions? For the passing...
It's that one? I don't remember. This is how little I give a shit. No, Chris. That's the vid that we argued about. Okay? My memory is terrible because I forget Pie Girl situation like that almost instantaneously.
Moment, I'll remove any personal connection to the story. I don't want my own personal experience as a furry to cloud my judgment. For now, I'll employ past studies. This local thesis by the University of Waikato takes an exploratory analysis of the...
Imagine writing a paper on being a furry. Imagine writing a paper. Hold on. Hold up.
suicidality, anxiety, and depression amongst furry populations. It has a sample population consisting of 1,249 self-identified furries.
That's too many furries in the world. 1,249 furries. That's too many in this world. Too many. Too many.
Thus, I believe I'm borrowing from an adequately sized sample population. The topical focus centers around the mayor-minority model of stress, whereby the mental health of a minority group is defined by key factors.
Oh no, we're going over the mental health of furries. Because they're a minority, apparently. This is not a real fucking video.
Of risk and protective processes, something which has gone seldom addressed in previous and even future studies. For this thesis was published back in 2018. Mental health is a historically under-addressed topic, and that theme is all too present in furry culture. That is apparent when considering the overall lack of studies and action of prevention despite decades of known issues. The mayor-minority model of stress, or as I will call it for the rest of the video,
I mean, by default, furries are mentally ill. True. I'm not even gonna, argue that. They are mentally ill. They dress up in mannequin costumes, get high on nitrous, and fuck each other. like, none of these people are normal.
Mayer model targets stresses such as isolation, rejection, concealment of identity, stigma, and other processes which inhibit one's ability to exude happiness. All of these processes combined create the total risk towards a particular group. That is then compared to any protective factors such as a sense of community and support group, or any processes that counteract any apparent risk factors. It should be noted that this method doesn't recognize much individuality. Access to support is one example. It shouldn't be said that all furries are treated equally, as all furries have distinct social environments. A furry living in one area may have access to the support group whilst another furry may not. With that out of the way,
Isn't that just like regular human shit? Like, one group of people is not going to have the same situation as other people. Like, if you live in the suburbs versus live in the city, there are different resources that you can have access to. That's every human. That's not just on a minority basis. Like, that's not on a just minority basis. That is everywhere. That's a human issue. That's more of a class issue than anything else, if I'm being honest. It's not based on if somebody's gender is different or race is different or anything. That's just a class issue. If you're poor, you're poor. If you're rich, and you have more access to more resources. Like,
we can analyze the first factor, risk. Just one example of risk would be assault or public harassment. Say, for example, being verbally assaulted on the street or even stoned on the street, which can cause paranoia.
Question: I have yet to hear of a furry getting stoned in the street. I wish to see some evidence. Where is the evidence that in America, furries walk up and down the street and get stoned to death? Where? Where do they get stoned to death in America? Turn this shit off. But Leon, furries are a minority in America. Have some sympathy.
To walk the same street again, in the same clothes, towards the similar people. This can be interpreted as almost internalized stigma. You have experienced a form of risk and internalized your view on safety and your—
Actually kiss my ass! No.
place in society. Mass examples could be bomb threats and marches outside furry conventions, which is a place supposed to resemble community and safety. Take, for example, the 2014 Midwest Fur Fest gas attacks. This purposeful chlorine gas leak led to the hospitalization of 19 furries. No one is presently certain on the exact culprit of this attack, although a few theories have surfaced on who may be responsible. Either way, for an event like this to occur, it proves at least someone is uncaring on the general safety of furries as they collectively meet at one of the largest conventions. Thus, paranoia can instill itself into anxiety on further attendance for attacks or—
I won't say based. I won't say it. What is this? You mad? You spur you out in a ratio to accuse people of being racist. Everything make fun of your video. Bro, what the fuck is going on? I like his video. Let me watch it. Okay, I'm done yet. I'm not done yet, but I'm scrubbing through it. Y'all must be uncharitable on purpose. I get it. Furries cringe and whatever. But why be disingenuous? It only applied It's only applied It doesn't even agree that furries are a minority group. This is too funny.
Threats towards public—
Oh no, their fur affinity page. Get that! I don't want to see the fucking banner of a fur affinity page. So they have no submissions on fur affinity. They just like... Did they just, Did they wipe all their shit? Views, submission, faves, comments earned, comments made. Look at the faves. I am terrified to click on the favorites. Okay. I'm Okay, there's no submissions. There's no submissions. There's no submissions. There's no submissions. We're okay. We're okay.
Safety. In a very famous—
I thought I was about to be fucking scarred for life.
clip sporting over 6 million views on YouTube, reporter Mika Brzezinski for MSNBC's weekday morning broadcast struggles to understand the concept of furries after reporting on the MFF gas leak, essentially turning the event into a comedy, which under most circumstances—
Yes, because most people don't understand that shit. Leon, you have to be nice to the furries. Hey, be respectful. They're a minority group.
You might actually be—
They're a minority group.
The whitest motherfucker I ever—
You have to respect it.
What is wrong with you people?
What are you
trying to take a fucking nap?
What?
And this parasitic Jew is sending me fucking "Are furries a minority" videos in this fucking group chat.
How do you feel about the MLK line?
I haven't watched any of this bullshit.
How do you feel about him using Martin Luther King?
And what is this fucking picture of Tipster next to Drake? What is the matter with you?
Someone made that in my chat. I didn't make it. What's up, Hannah? But like, I didn't make it.
Actually choke yourself to death.
You're just mad, bro.
Please just choke
Furries are a minority.
Choke yourself to death.
Bro, what do you mean?
You need to choke yourself.
I'm not going to repeat the choke yourself to death fucking conversation. I'll talk to you later.
No, fuck that.
No, fuck
I
you.
want to watch the rest of this with you.
You want to watch the rest of this? All right.
Sure. Why
Here.
the fuck not?
Here, are furries a minority group? What is a furry? He starts off with explaining gender and the Holocaust for this video. So just buckle up.
Circumstances would be funny. However, the irony is not lost when one reporter is directly telling the camera the police are treating the event as a criminal investigation, whilst the other two are laughing and treating
So they're talking about a chlorine attack that happened on a furry convention.
the situation as a joke. As host Joe Scarborough says, she just learned something we all wish we didn't know. One can picture the effects on furries when confronted with an apparent purposeful gas attack in a comedic level event by famous reporters on live television, only to be told that they wish they had never learned of furries, which
Yes, which is fair. I wouldn't be happy to learn what furries are that way. I'd be like, what the fuck are you talking about? There's people that dress in mascot suits fucking each other? That's some weird ass shit. That's not normal.
falls to another aspect of risk, isolation. When general populations are unwilling to even consider furries or provide any trace amount of sympathy, not being recognized can exhibit isolation and ostracization. According to Fur Science, ostracism is a fairly common experience, which is then compounded upon by the failure.
Leon, why do you think that furries are ostracized? I'm curious. Why do you think furries are ostracized?
I legitimately might commit a hate crime.
But they're ostracized.
There's the potential for me to commit a hate crime.
To recognize furries as a general subgroup of human beings and the problems that they face.
Listen, they're a general subgroup of human beings. They have a lot of problems that they face. They're just like other minority communities.
You name me 9 problems that a furry goes through.
He gave an example
And
of getting stoned in the streets.
Don't mention anything that has to do with people making fun of them. Give me 9
chlorine attacks.
real fucking issues.
Chlorine attacks. He said getting stoned in the street. I don't really know any others.
You can't.
Oh,
give
stigmatized for animal fucking. That's another one.
You can't give me more than 5.
I could probably give you like 3 if I'm being honest.
You just did. You
Yeah,
can't give
it's like I can't
5.
think of more. I
I asked
think of
for
more.
9.
Wait, question. Do furries get hounded by the police?
I legitimately despise the internet.
Isolation can lead to a form of concealment, to hide one's identity in a bid to avoid such ostracism or isolation. Refusal to disclose the furry side of yourself to peers, family, or even loved ones. Participants in the Waikato study only reported...
Listen, it's like being gay.
Gun to the back of your head. Furry convention where they're telling you about the stigma that they have to go through being a minority. Or go to a fucking convention full of nothing but people like Lyrics telling you why Drake is the winner.
I'd rather go to the one with Larix as Drake as the winner, because that would be funnier.
I'd rather see a furry convention of minorities.
I think it would just be funny to watch like Larix on a live stage try to defend Drake. I think it would just be funnier for me. I don't think I could stay in a room with furries, man. I think I'd like drop a furry slur or whatever. I wouldn't be able to last long.
I cannot stay in a room with white people talking about that one tweet was right. Fucking white people gotta stay out of black business, because if that's what y'all got, y'all need to stay out of it.
comfort in disclosing their furriness to non-furry friends 71.8% of the time. 57.6% feel somewhat comfortable disclosing this information to loved ones, and 51.5% for family, 36% for non-furry work colleagues, and 25% for non-furry bosses and supervisors. Internalizing this is an example of a mental stressor. Incidentally,
imagine internalizing a kink that you have at the work. Excuse me. At the workplace. Such a horrible thing. You can't really go into your office and be like, hey, I like my nipples to be clamped as hard as humanly possible. Is that okay, boss? I'm pretty sure you can't do that at the office. I think most people feel that most people are not like that.
It's amazing to me that this, along with the Drake and Kendrick beef, made everybody just stop caring about Palestine. Unequivocal fact.
Frogan's so pissed. Kendrick and Drake are the only thing that matters.
Opening up about this furry trait can cause significant damage in perceived social status, and in certain environments
It's a pretty specific thing to say, Chris. You guys suck.
Opens one up to the possibility of bullying. Exactly how
Chris, you can do that at the office if you're not a coward. Yeah, okay.
prevalent this problem is, for lack of a better term, grim. There is significantly higher rates of bullying amongst furries than general populations.
Yes! I wonder why. Because you wear mascot suits and fuck each other and think that you have a human, like an animal in your soul. You're not normal.
Wow.
You're not normal.
Wow.
You're deranged. Let's just be honest.
Science claims that 61.7% of furries reported being bullied from the ages of 11 to 18. Waikato saw a decrease to 50.4% of furries surveyed experiencing some form of bullying. Normal populations provide...
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the weird kid at school from 11 to 18, if he came out and said, yeah, I like to dress like an animal, he's gonna get bullied. It's just, kids are horrible. Like, no shit. Dude, kids are dicks to each other.
Kids are the future, man.
Okay.
A range of estimates anywhere from between 19 to 30 plus, but typically estimates I found fall somewhere along the line of 20 to 25% of general students experiencing bullying. This means statistically the rate in which furries experience some form of bullying is 2 to 3 times higher than the expected level. Worse,
man, I can't imagine why.
You know what?
I can't imagine why.
I'd rather my kid get shot at a street. BBL Drizzy.
Shut up. Shut the fuck up.
more, the frequency and severity of this bullying is also distinctly increased. Waikato suggests that 16.5% report being physically bullied a great deal, whilst typical students fall somewhere at about 6%. It's important to make a distinction between general bullying and specifically targeting the furry community. Thankfully, the Waikato study also makes this distinction. 37.9% reported being harassed specifically about being a furry, and 10.1% reported being harassed a great deal. From these statistics, we've created a game of cat and mouse, whereby not opening up creates internalized anguish and isolation. Opening up results in physical endangerment. Systematically, furries haven't yet established their presence in order to sustain a notable quantity of systematic oppression. Largely I'm referencing politicians and policies that affect furries either directly or collaterally.
Oh no. Oh no. Furries are trying to get equal rights. Oh god. You know, if I said this about any other group, I'd be labeled like a racist and shit. Like, furries don't deserve equal rights. I'm sorry. You should not be walking in your fursuit to work. None of this shit. I'm sorry. None of that shit. None. I'm gonna sound like a fucking I'm gonna sound like a racist.
Don't worry, buddy. We already thought that about you.
Oh my god.
Sustain a notable quantity of systematic oppression. Largely I'm referencing politicians and policies that...
What systematic oppression are politicians putting out there? Is Donald Trump being like, we have to put an anti-furry agenda bill out there? Like, who the fuck is thinking?
Or why not? For the sake of the conversation, why not?
Check
you know?
Wait, what is this? A Discord message between Wait, I would understand the point, even if I said that furries are not a minority, and the categorization is such as disrespectful to a group such as race. That's why the answer to the video was no. This is so stupid. You're doing an entire 40-minute, almost 50-minute video for a conclusion, but no, we're not minorities, but I'm going to make it sound like we are the entire time, and then just go no at the end. Like, what the fuck?
Pick furries either directly or collaterally.
That's just crazy. It should not be it should not be almost a 50-minute video for this. I want to see the next video.
Chris, are you meaning to tell me that it does not take 50 minutes to explain what is that?
Oh, what the fuck is that? In defense of pedophiles. This is a video that came out.
Why?
What do you mean, why?
What is wrong with you fucking people?
It ain't my fault. It's that guy. Is that video still up?
For the love of God, please say yes.
Please say yes. What the fuck is the channel's name? Hold on, I'm gonna search it real quick. I have no idea if this shit is still up to this day. KOTHORIX in defense of... Okay.
Yeah, what a great search history for you, brother. This is what we aspire to have in our lives.
Oh, he got rid of it. But there's a video of him responding to everyone making fun of him.
Why is there a dragon? Because we're understanding the complexities of minorities being furries.
Yeah, we're understanding that. Can't wait for 3-hour-long response vid to the commentary community. I'm so excited.
Let's examine.
I believe he also made a video called "Why We Need Child Labor."
That's probably one I'll agree with. These fucking selfish bastards need to get to work.
At least he's saying he's going the opposite way of Vosh.
A politician who made a direct point in her distaste for furries, the all too infamous name Candace Taylor. In the afternoon of May 14th, 2022, in the city of Buffalo, New York, shooter Peyton Gendron would fire upon a crowded...
Okay, you're gonna bring up where I live, like, I don't live near this Tops, but like my city. You're bringing up the shooting.
Wait.
That happened in my city. What is happening?
Wait a goddamn second. We already know the answer is no, so you mean to fucking tell me this motherfucker's about to compare the atrocities of furries to a mass shooting where motherfuckers specifically went for black people?
This is happening. I don't know where this is going. I haven't seen this video. I don't know where this is going. Just bring
I'm getting AIDS. I'm getting AIDS.
Let's just hear it out.
Supermarket in a predominantly black neighborhood, injuring 3 people and fatally wounding 10. The target was African Americans. Gendron was a self-described white supremacist and held many neo-Nazi opinions. The shooting was a tragic story and yet another instance of black discrimination on the streets of America. In the days following the shooting, Republican candidate Candace Taylor would call attention to the furry art displayed on the shooter's phone, which can be seen during a live stream the shooter held. With this,
you know, don't we love when mass school shootings happen, and instead of figuring out any way to help, we gotta focus on tattoos.
We gotta focus on the furries.
We gotta focus on tattoos. What
is this? It turns out the Buffalo shooter yesterday was a furry. In my list of executive orders, I explicitly address and receive blowbacks.
Blowbacks is crazy.
Blowback for tackling the perversions of the furry culture.
Listen, there are perverts that are furries. There are perverts that work in a Catholic church. Just because a motherfucker got a tattoo on, can we loosely tie that shit? Because if we can, every Republican is a fucking neo-Nazi ready to kill us all.
Why would Blowbacks do this?
Information, Candace would assert that it was not...
I'm streaming this now. We're in this together now, Chris. I'm streaming.
All right, let's do it.
Not for white supremacy that caused this shooting, but mentally ill furries. Alt-right personality and ex-rapper and bounty hunter Stuart Peters would tag onto this debacle, stating, "A gun didn't do it, a white supremacist didn't do it."
Wait. Rewind? Ex what? With what?
Former rapper and former bounty hunter.
You motherfuckers.
Dude, this guy does everything. Politics, bounty hunting, and rapping. Damn, he's a jack of all trades.
Rapper and bounty hunter Stuart Peters would tag onto this debacle, stating, "A gun didn't do it, a white supremacist didn't do it, a sick and demented furry did it. When Candace Taylor is elected governor, Georgia will be furry free." Furthermore, in the run-up to her campaign, she would tweet an extremely powerful and motivating tweet that's really personal to me. I quoted in the Mirror every morning, "The furry days are over when I'm governor. Public school is for academics, not fairy tales."
This is personal to you? A bitch saying, "Yo, once I get elected, it's over with."
I can get behind that statement, actually.
Costume wearing freaks.
Public school is about academics, not your proclivities to dress up like an animal. You know? I feel like that's fair.
Last excerpt on public schools stems from a compounding series of rumors in the last few years, claiming that schools have been accommodating the needs of furries. Now, I know that I said previously that I was going to remove any personal connection to these stories, but I actually have a fairly interesting account of...
God, calm down.
I won't say about what. You know you're right.
Calm the fuck down.
Some of these rumors. My mother is a marketing consultant, so therefore she meets and converses with a lot of people over our area as a marketing tactic, but also because my mother has a heart of gold. Sometimes she will attempt to get to know her clients fairly well as people. And despite never bringing up furries and her job having nothing to do with public schooling, on multiple occasions...
Than you.
Shut up.
He is such a
by people who probably have a brain have brought up to my mother if she's heard about the kitty litter box in schools. Apparently that rumor must be going around.
Apparently the kitty... what happened with the kitty litter box rumor again? Was that fake?
Okay, the problem. What are we talking about? When was this video uploaded?
3 months ago.
Okay, so this is not the same thing.
January 27th.
No one confirmed if a fucking litter box was even there. At worst, it was just motherfuckers like wearing costumes.
All right, so it was debunked.
Again,
but there was something recently of fucking students protesting the school because apparently some motherfuckers was getting licked, and it's like, somebody investigate that shit, please.
I have to check this out. What is this? Turkey Tom exists to make me suffer, but that's a story for another day. What? What? What the fuck does that even mean? What did he mean by this chat?
Is this the dude that was hunting child predators but didn't know? This is the wrong guy.
Yeah, totally wrong guy. Totally wrong guy.
Wrong guy, buddy. Love the fact that you pay somewhat of attention, but wrong guy.
But no, this is just a repeating instance that pops up in conversation with some people here. Every time my mum comes home and she's like, I heard that one rumor about the kitty litter box again, and it's so fucking funny. And that rumor made itself into politics as well. Just listen to Republican State Senator Bruce Bosselman explain it for me.
I'm a little shocked, I guess is what I would put it. It's called something called furries. If you don't know what furries are, it's where school children dress up as animals, cats or dogs, during the school day.
Not just school children.
They meow and they bark, and they interact with their school, with the teachers and that in this fashion. And now schools are wanting to put litter boxes in the schools for these children to use. How is this sanitary?
Humor and comedy aside, calling a spade, this is misinformation. Obviously, it is misinformation out of the mouths of politicians, but it's also calling to attack an environment of a school that is largely supposed to be a safe space for children. A safe space where they should have the freedom to education without fear of discrimination.
Wait a minute. Wait a fucking minute.
Buddy.
He says it's so he's saying it's misinformation, but then sneakily adds in that, well, it's a school, kids should feel safe to, it's a safe space for kids to not be judged, which means, does he agree with that?
No.
Does he agree with the litter box thing, that it should be okay?
Because guess what? You say that, kids bully each other.
Yeah, I was about to say, kids bully the shit out of each other.
Kids bully each other.
Hold on.
And guess what? You can kick each one of them bitches out, they still gonna bully each other.
Hold on. I need to re-listen to this back.
Misinformation. Obviously, it is misinformation out of the mouths of politicians, but it's also calling to attack an environment of a school that is largely supposed to be a safe space for children. A safe space where they should have the freedom to education without fear of discrimination. If misinformation can be...
Come on. Is that not tacitly basically saying, if the kids want it, the kids can have it? Because it's a safe space for these kids. Is that not what I just heard? Or am I just reading into it? The
motherfucker wants to conflate actual issues. A kid should go to school and not have to worry about getting killed. A kid's gonna get bullied at school regardless.
Yeah, it doesn't really change much.
Like, I know we all want to save the world and save the kids, but let's be honest, fuck them kids.
So plentiful that it can occur in our politicians? What does that mean for the general public and schooling? Thus ask.
More Tom seething by the furry.
No Drake either.
Apparently, I haven't gotten to the point of the video yet. I've gotten Turkey Tom flashbacks though. Talk about soulless content mill, personal taste, no hard feelings. But he's nothing but a voice who outsources editing and script work to pump out garbage content against furries and other minority groups. Oh, so this guy's just a retard. Yeah, wait, I suppose that's what happens with a lot of people. Your own passion, you take the backseat to financial winnings. Yeah, I heard the same with Sunny V2, completely money-minded. I don't see a problem with that. What? Unlike a lot of people, I don't find bad content a crime, so unless their money-minded content are not crossing ethical guidelines, I don't really care. If their content's bad, it's up to you as the viewer not to look at something. This is just them coping.
The general question on misinformation about furries. Where did it come from? Why does it happen? What is furry hate? Why would this community in particular get hate, but others are spared? We can look at furries today and identify many sources of misinformation and negative stereotypes about furries, but there has to be a point of origin or initial motivation for why these attacks happen. The answer may just be with the creation and the formation of the fandom itself. The first ideas of this fandom were conceived during the late 1970s, coming out of a small offshoot from the underground comic and science fiction scene. Back then, diverse cultural animations such as anime were existent, but far less abundant than what we know today. You couldn't simply Google your favorite anime. I mean, you couldn't Google anything at all.
Furries are a minority and should stay that way is a crazy ass thing to say.
What? I missed what he said.
No, this is in my chat.
That's in your chat.
Furries are a minority and they should stay that way.
Based.
All right.
It's abundant than what we know today. You couldn't simply Google your favorite anime. I mean, you couldn't Google anything at all. With this need to fill a gap.
No shit, it's the 1970s.
in the Western market, people began trading for these Japanese animations on tape. Then people started to realize, hey, we're really forming our own thing here. So a group of about 5 guys, notably Mark Melino and Fred Patton, decided to form the cartoon/fantasy organization. Here, they could watch these animations in a small group. Animations which often shared a common motif of these anthropomorphic animals. Like a domino being placed, time had these animals gain their popularity. There was a desire to step away from the conventional superhero versus bad guy tropes, and an industry of funny animals was born. Anthro animals in settings which were natural human aesthetics. In time, they began to form a sort of community of their own. It expanded into animals not just standing up from time to time like Wile E. Coyote, but animals representing people, drinking, dating, working. They were pilots in spaceships. They were
Okay, so you're telling me a bunch of nerds and losers latched on to this newfound comic book artwork, became inspired by it, and started dressing like animals. How is this not mental illness?
This is about to go into the anime's weird thing, because let's be honest, you motherfuckers that have been debating Lolly for 2 years, you're the weirdos. The rest of us just want to watch characters kill each other.
Yeah, but nobody wants sexualization of a child, Leon.
Yeah, well, here's the thing about that.
You get
on a plane, you go to the Japanese government and you talk to them about that. You need to have that discussion with them. Saying that shit to me means nothing.
No, I get that.
No government power.
But regardless, gross.
Yeah, gross.
Gross and horrible. It shouldn't be a thing, but it is because Japan.
Go to the Japanese government. Fuck the Japanese government. Go to the Catholic Church.
I don't think the Catholic...
Your Catholic Church got shit going on with kids. Hello.
True.
Gangsters. They were just like people. A real modern use
Maybe
of
we'll take you
animals
serious.
as a stand-in for human expression. Discussions were being made. New people were coming in and expressing gratitude for the art, showing their own works and the funny animals that they had made. Something had clicked here. Like magic, people were turning to this media and turning fast, eventually overcrowding the comic book, the science fiction, and the anime conventions. Funny animal enthusiasts needed to be moved to their own rooms and parties, which eventually got the colloquial term furry party. We were not only born from a space that was very geeky and weird, we were born into a space that was very queer. The expression that this fandom promoted...
We're here. We're queer.
And we're
furry.
Furry
You know
queer.
I just noticed?
What?
This video is titled "Why Furs Are a Minority," right?
Our furry is a minority group.
Yeah, right. This is a white guy.
Yeah, it is a white guy.
Huh.
Huh. So how's this related to the fucking Holocaust? Did I miss something? Great question. I think he's gonna turn around and say that we're stupid. Is that words can be given labels that evolve over time. So the same thing with furries, the fandoms evolved over time or some shit like that. And compared it to how the word Holocaust became something divine in the Jewish community or something. I have no fucking idea. I'm trying to connect the dots on that one, and I'm still just in the back of my head going, what the fuck is he talking about?
Has it though? Have we really evolved as a society? I don't think we have at all.
Not really, just better technology.
I don't even think that's the case either.
Well, you just think it's all fake.
It's the same shit, just upgraded. And it ain't even right. If it's good, we wouldn't have to have another version of the same thing with an updated feature.
Yeah, but we gotta make it better.
Yeah. Now, tell me something, honestly. Do you have an iPhone?
Yeah.
You've bought the same product for how long? With zero to no improvement?
Well, I used to have an Android for the longest time, and then I switched to iPhone.
That's so wonderful. But Apple has had the same fucking product, except the phone gets 2 inches bigger.
True. I don't want to go on a debate of I don't want to debate technology right now.
Paralleled the expression of people's true selves, a tradition which stands up all these
More
decades
pressing
later.
matters.
Oh my god!
Furry.
Wait a minute.
That this fandom promoted paralleled the expression of people's true selves, a tradition which stands up all...
This is like when This is like when Synthetic Man pulled up the race charts. This is the
Zalti in your chat asked a very important question.
Zalti, but is this image lol? Oh god.
Leon's ruining the fun. Fucking communist.
All these decades later, each time this fandom progressed and took shape, the ideas and the formation of the founders, the offshoots from conventions to organizations to parties, they were always small groups of a slightly less smaller group. Furries in this era I find to suffer more as a sub-minority. The term sub-minority may not be very popular, but its etymology is fairly straightforward. It is a minority group that makes up a larger minority. The struggles of queer identity and expression, the homophobia that plagues the world today and definitely plagued the world back
today. feel like it's a lot more accepting today, but I don't live that experience, so I guess I'm just ignorant. I don't.
What?
I don't know.
What did he say?
Hold on. We gotta look this back.
That makes up a larger minority. The struggles of queer identity and expression, the homophobia that plagues the world today and definitely plagued the world back then, all
definitely plagues the world today.
Punched over into furries. Our problems and the way that society viewed us were a queer problem, regardless of all the people.
Wait. So furries are queers. So queer problems are furry problems.
What a drastic comparison.
What a wild comparison. Maybe people just bully furries because they dress like animals. You know, like maybe that's why. I don't know how it's.
In the minority were queer or not. The apple doesn't fall far from the homophobic tree when it comes to an.
Just looked at the screen. Man, what the fuck?
Initial furry hate. Looking at how furries are discriminated, there is a strong theme of sexual deviancy, and this can be tied back to homophobia and transphobia. The idea that gay and LGBT are not but sexual deviants who sinned against God. This has led into.
Okay, hold on. I wouldn't say furries are sinning against God. I would say they are sinning against themselves, but I'm not a religious person, so I wouldn't use
sinning
the word
against my eyesight.
Yeah, they're sinning against my eyesight. I'm disgusted. Do it somewhere else. I sound like a bigot. I sound like a guy that doesn't like gay people, or like some guy who hates like an actual minority group. Like when I say that.
Fur fag is crazy. I'm not gonna lie to you. That's crazy.
That is crazy. It's a
oh wait, I'm streaming on Twitch.
Oh, did you just say that on Twitch?
Whatever.
Well, the VOD gets deleted.
Effects that we even see today, such as LGBT people having a perceived threat to children. Furries too share a similar fate. This news broadcast from 2007 on WAFB Channel 9 begins with an especially egregious opening line.
They are furry and perhaps up to no good. Might want to watch your children around these characters.
This theme continues throughout the broadcast, with insinuations so disgusting that I'm surprised there isn't a defamation lawsuit. Such sentiments were shared across broadcasting channels to varying degrees. Few could be
a defamation lawsuit. What?
Even slightly interpreted as positive, sowing the seeds for further discrimination to come. Another common theme in this perpetual furry hate war was identity, to insinuate that all furries had a universal belief that they were the animal of their persona. This is made out in a similar sense to those attack helicopter jokes on trans people, and is a particular conflation between furry.
How does that compute? Am I an idiot?
Of their persona. And this perpetual furry hate war was identity, to insinuate that all furries had a universal belief that they were the animal of their persona. This is made out in a similar sense to those attack helicopter jokes on trans people, and is a.
How does that even remotely compare?
Oh, because you see, Chris, the helicopters are a sign.
But hold on. If somebody is dressing up like a dog and their main persona is a dog, is that not the animal that they believe their persona to be? Have I just been wrong this whole time on that? Like, I'll be honest.
Oh, look, I got a furry in my chat. Heckin, help me out here. You're Canadian, which is basically a furry.
Poor Heckin.
Canadians are furries.
This guy could be very well be a nice guy, but he's pissing me off. Yeah, that's kind of my position on him. It's just funny. What's up, Tack?
I read in a book
particular conflation between furians and furries. Furians being a separate subculture of society that internally, for reasons either psychological or spiritual, identify with a species that is not human.
Now you're adding another word to this. Wait a minute. Therians are the ones that believe that their personas are their true selves, but furries are just dudes that dress up like animals for fun? Is that what we're doing here? Like, where did this new word come from? How is that not a furry?
Can be as a result of identity or even religion. For example, shamanism, although there are other cases. The conflation between groups of furries and furians are plentiful and ongoing, particularly.
Did he just say that it's like shamanism?
Internally, for reasons either psychological or spiritual, identify with a species that is not human. This can be as a result of identity or even religion. For example, shamanism, although there are other cases. The conflation between groups of furries and furians are plentiful and ongoing, particularly in media, resulting in confusion and stigma. Occasionally this confusion is made purposeful. People less understanding of a given group are less likely to support it, so people antagonistic to a group will want to accentuate such confusion. Each example of discrimination is why many would class furries as a sub-minority group, a contingent minority to the LGBT, which is true and stands correct today. The majority of the furry population identifies under LGBT, thus transphobia and homophobia are presented towards furries as well. Although this has some flaws, furries have this rare characteristic that pushes the boundaries of sub-minority. Let me explain. If all furry hate consisted of just homophobia, it would make it very hard for LGBT LGBT individuals to be anti-furries or present homophobia within the fandom. Many
Wait, what?
Why does it just seem like everybody just wants to feel important? Like, no.
It's literally, hold on, we gotta listen to that back.
You motherfuckers aren't minorities.
That was an interesting statement. I need to listen to this back.
transphobia and homophobia are presented towards furries as well. Although this has some flaws. Furries have this rare characteristic that pushes the boundaries of subminority. Let me explain. If all furry hate consisted of just homophobia, it would make it very hard for LGBT individuals to be anti-furries or—
How would it be hard? They just look at you and go, bro, you dress like an animal. You're a freak. Everyone that wants to be oppressed, they think it's a Girl Scout badge that they don't get to wear, yeah.
present homophobia within the fandom. Many fans of this channel will know by now that homophobic furries do exist, so they are likely more—
No, I just don't like furries. Gay, straight, trans, you dress like an animal and fuck each other, I think you're weird. I am an equal opportunist hater.
Chris, this question just popped into my head. Now I must ask you, because you're being very furry phobic right now.
I just said I'm not.
Are you certain that you're just not sex positive?
Shut up. Positive? Shut up, tipster. Shut the fuck
up. Are you all right?
Shut the fuck up, tipster.
We can get you some help.
I'm just picturing Tipster going over this video. He goes, yeah, it's kind of crazy how much flack furries get. You know, they're not, people aren't sex positive.
You know, I can generally understand that there's a lot of hate in the community around certain
we could just agree to disagree.
But, you know, that's a matter of just being, we have to just agree to disagree. I know my friend Gay Fesh is in the chat right now. Shout out Gay Fesh. Clap, 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 clap. You know what I'm saying? Is that not exactly how he would sound with shit like this?
Thank you, Black Tipster.
That's crazy.
Forces at play here. Why do furries experience hate to the extent in which they do? Undoubtedly, the most important and abundant factor would—
I love this, that he's like doing these backgrounds and then doing comparisons between the hate that the LGBTQ community gets and then the hate that the furry community gets. Like it's on par.
Well, Chris, it is.
Be homophobia. I can't ignore our roots. A large proportion of hate comes with the territory of a subminority group, as can be identified through old sources of media. What distinguishes furry from the LGBT community is in large part due to social media. Here, furry hate is morphed—
Social media? No, it's because you dress like an animal. And you also hold on, let me finish. You also have a lot of fucking degenerates in that community that do diaper fur, cub shit, they fuck animals, zoophiles. You guys have a bunch of fucked up motherfuckers in that group.
Well, at the end of the day,
don't you fucking say it. Don't you say it. Don't you say it. Shut the fuck up.
It's just the reason. And, you know, there's a lot of people in my former community that I left that really don't take the time to understand many people have many different ways of expressing themselves. And, you know, shout out to them and fuck those people for not being sex positive. Clap, 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 clap. Oh, shit.
I hate your guts.
into its own form of discrimination. Like a mutation of homophobia in a sense. You can—
Furry hate is homophobia.
Well, I mean, the way you should look at it is that there are many people who decide that they just want to be hateful. Being hateful is somehow interesting to them, and I don't understand why
this is
people
crazy.
Can't just tend to get along on occasion.
This is wild. No, come on. This is wild, Leon. Do you see this shit?
Chris, you have to understand. I'm doing my best tipster reaction here, buddy. Don't ruin my bit. You have to understand. He does like every fucking... He pauses me. Well, you have to consider. Well, you have to understand.
Your furry hate, parentheses, homophobia.
I think it's a little bit weird, but hey, you know, I'm not willingly going to actively discriminate against another group of people. And, you know, I'm not into that shit, but, you know, oh shit.
Hey, Black Tipster, I have a question. How do you feel about Drake hitting up Millie Bobby Brown when she was 14?
Well, I mean... When you think about it in a vacuum, it's really not something I would get into.
That's how you would respond.
But, you know, Drake's a famous celebrity, and, you know,
That's how he would legit respond.
As tipster, I do believe that Drake won.
Dude, that's literally what he would say. He goes, I personally wouldn't do that.
Personally, that's not something I would get into, you know. But
connect the dots back from furry hate to homophobic ties, but they are distinct just enough where both groups can target each other, homophobic furries or anti-furry LGBT. What stands out to me the
got
most
the MVP again?
Wait, question.
Man, that should have went to Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Hold on. So if I am somebody that just dislikes the furry community in general, do I have like a special title?
Are you asking?
I'm just asking in general because apparently there's some furries in my chat, and I'm like genuinely curious.
Well,
like live your life, but I don't care about the fact that some people are arguing that furries are minorities. You guys are just people that dress up like animals.
Well, you know, as Blipster, I do feel is that, you know, there's the opportunity for people to, you know, stop being so hateful and understand that there are many different people across the world that live differently from you.
So do I get anti-furry LGBT? Is that my title? I don't care if you're gay or straight or trans in the furry community. I just don't like the idea of it.
Well,
in
maybe
general,
you should be able to. Well, I think, you know,
like
has been really good to me, and I believe that after having discussions with many people in the Discord, clap, I've been able to understand more and more about individuals who are different from me. And while I may not participate in that activity, and sometimes I find it to be a little cringe sound effect soundboard, I see no harm, no foul. Clap.
Zu-philia, something you're
just Chris,
no response to that.
I'm not gonna engage with that. I'm not engaging with that. I'm not engaging.
You'll notice is that in older television and recorded history, most claims typically sway towards harm to children and sexual deviancy. There's little
But you are sexual deviants. That's where it came from at one point. The original idea of a furry was that, what is this? I probably have to consider the ways we improve the fandom. Institutionally, there could be ways to improve cons a lot. Wait, what is this? Where is this going? Well, for start, removing fetish content will work. Not sure that'd be a good idea. Sex positivity is pretty important!
See?
No!
You're not sex positive, buddy. I wish you could hear my soundboard.
No!
I did add a sound to my soundboard, but it ain't oh shit, and nor is it a clap. It's just like that fucking air. It's the shit King got, the fucking air horn thing.
This is some tipster ass response. The sex positivity.
I told you. You didn't believe me. I told you had to be sex positive.
I didn't believe that he was. I didn't think he was gonna use the tipster line.
That's not tipster's line, you fuckwit.
Bro, that's all I remember it from.
He got that shit from somebody else. When
Yeah,
the fuck did you ever hear Tipster say, oh, you know, I'm pretty sex positive? When did you ever hear him say some shit like that?
This is too funny. This guy's too funny.
mention of actual animals or any harm towards them. That rhetoric is more of a recent phenomenon, or at least it saw a considerable rise in the internet age. That is just one example that separates furry stigma from homophobia. Why might this be? What drove this shift towards zoophilia and newer forms of anti-furry rhetoric? Well, nowadays social media can easily...
Isn't the zoophilia thing an actual fucking problem?
Yes!
Wait a fucking minute. So is he against that, or is he for that?
I think he's against it. I really hope he's against it. Hold on, we need to listen to that one more time. I need to re-listen to that.
rise in the internet age. That is just one example that separates furry stigma from homophobia. Why might this be? What drove this shift towards zoophilia and newer forms of anti-furry rhetoric? Well,
so I think he's trying to say that people are using zoophilia and anti-furry rhetoric evolved from like homophobia, which I think is fucking insane, to zoophilia. That people just call all furries zoophiles. I think that's his argument. But there is a problem of zoophilia.
Well, Chris, when you really think about it, at the end of the day...
Shut up.
My friend Kevels has given me a lot of information about zoophilia. And I walk away from it understanding that there are many people out there, who enjoy various different types of things. And who am I?
I have a question to ask you.
Discriminate against them.
Did you
Leon or Blickster?
Both. Did you know that?
Oh, you can't ask both. You can't ask both.
Did you know that there's?
You can't ask both. You can't ask both. Pick one.
I'll ask Leon. Did you know that the furries have a Nazi problem? That there's too many Nazis in the furry fandom?
My only answer to that is, have you seen the picture of like some cartoon having a bunch of colors in the black background, and somebody thought that it was representation of something in the LGBTQ, so somebody took another picture and equated it to the Nazi flag?
Oh wait,
red, black, and white.
Didn't they do that with Miles?
I have maybe.
I think I saw like a tweet about that.
Well, nowadays, social media can easily push people down rabbit holes of misinformation. Think Pizzagate in 2016 or YouTube Shorts and Andrew Tate.
The furry Nazi problem. Instead of the Jewish question, we have the furry Nazi question.
Rabbit holes which can very easily suck people in with progressively more dangerous information. Dangerous information that is both parts more graphic and fictitious. Zu-philia is a present target of this, and is largely capitalized on by YouTube and clickbait. Apophenia is a form of cognitive bias whereby a connection is formed between two mostly unrelated things.
But one of the biggest hold on. But the thing is, and this is how I'm going to bitch slap you a little bit. An example is like Carol the Wolf, very popular furry in the furry community, got a shout out from Shane Dawson, ended up fucking dead puppies. And fucking dogs.
Well, Chris.
So, that's not in a vacuum. That's a legitimate thing that happened.
In a vacuum. I don't really think it's good for you to be very judgmental towards individuals like that. Even though I don't have all the information about this.
Black tipster, please stop before you get yourself into trouble.
But this is not really anything of consequence. I mean, I wouldn't personally do it, but...
Who did what now? Oh, you guys don't know the story of Carol the Wolf. Go watch a video on that. I'm not explaining that. I don't want my channel to get flagged for the horrible shit. Okay?
Stereotyping is a common example of this. The perception that one bad person must imply a connection between the rest of the group.
Yeah, Hypnotist Sappho was also a zoophile. She fucked her German Shepherd and was a pedophile. Like,
right.
Yeah, like, the furry community has a problem.
Furry is represented by their worst attributes, or community is represented by the worst of its
Apparently
people,
in
then
my
there
chat
must be
know
a
who you're talking about.
Bro, literally, he brings up the two examples that I just mentioned.
Like, yeah, I'm kind of shocked that individuals in my chat know what the fuck you're talking about, buddy.
Carol the Wolf was like a huge fucking thing, like massive even.
You know what?
It was called the Zoo Sadist Leaks. Thank you, Fembro. It was called the Zoo Sadist Leaks. A group chat on Telegram was leaked of all these like furries that were like fucking roadkill and like puppies, dead animals.
Isn't Fembro like Tipster's friend? How accurate have I been with my Tipster impression, Fembro?
Not
connection there, rather than chalking up furries like Lucky Coyote or Kira the Wolf to mere coincidence. Rare cases among—
That's not mere coincidence! There was a whole group chat that he was associated with that also fucked animals.
Wow.
It was a furry group chat.
This is so aggressive. I'm not feeling the positivity sexually here.
I'm sorry that I can't be positive with people that fuck dead animals.
Personally. I'm hurt.
How will this affect Blipster's legacy?
How will this affect Blipster's legacy is wild. Thank you for the two.
To literal millions of people, it is finding a correlation where there is none. In a YouTube sphere which constantly regurgitates the same stories and no—
Furry group chat, the exposed Caro turned out to be zoophiles. Yeah.
What is this ski mask he has on? Who are you? Who are you hiding from? Are you okay?
No, because he's a furry and he's afraid he's going to get beat up in the street.
That is a fear. I have that fear.
Yeah, but you're black. You're not a furry.
Yeah, but you know,
he's more of a minority than you are.
No. Actually, choke yourself behind the Walmart.
Exposure serves to strengthen this effect.
What's the next civil rights movement gonna happen with furries leading it? I'm so ready.
You know what? I'm ready to.
Solution would be to break the chain. Rather than simply regurgitating the story, I would encourage all creators to include the lead-on effects into the fandom. A brief summary on how these stories don't represent furries as a whole, and to cease rhetoric on how furry is an inherently wrong community. That is discrimination and untruthful storytelling of events. If you're gonna call yourself a video essayist, I expect the full story, not a perverted version for you to conform to your bigoted audience.
Chris,
This guy sucks. This is like watching an Ethan is
Wait a
online
minute.
video.
Wait a minute. We might actually have some common ground here. In a world where you want to find out information, wouldn't it be great to get the full picture instead of just some weird bigoted nature? Like, for example, telling me that furries are minorities?
Or trying to build an argument. Are they minorities?
I haven't seen that one bit.
I'm just seeing him trying to convince us that they are.
Do furries have 400 years of being a slave? No. Do furries have Kanye West? No. So they're not a minority. Name me, Chris, name me 9 prominent figures in a positive light that have to do with furries. Because you just named me 2 that fuck
9?
dogs.
I don't know that many, if I'm being honest.
Tipster doesn't count.
Tipster's not a furry.
That you know of.
That you are right, that I know of.
Hell, you could be a furry for all I know.
I don't know many furries in my life. My friend's cousin's a scale. Like, they dress up like a dragon and shit.
Motherfucker just called himself a scale.
No,
like a ST.
yeah, he calls himself a scale, which is a furry that dresses up like a dragon or a lizard.
So you're a furry.
He's a furry.
See, don't fucking patronize me with your fucking made up words.
I did talk to him about it, and it was super. I even talked to him about it, and he was like, "Yeah, it's weird. It's a kink. Like, it is what it is, bro." And I'm like, "Okay."
So he fucks. So let me ask you. This is obviously a personal question. Does he love the movie Shrek and the character Donkey and his wife, the dragon?
I didn't ask him that question.
I'm gonna need you to get that answer for us. You know.
I know one confusing one, and I met him one time.
I'm gonna need that answer because that would really be beneficial. To
I'll call my friend to call his cousin, who I haven't spoken to in like 6 years, and be like, "Hey, did you like Donkey and fucking Dragon? Like, what the fuck?"
Fortunately, I don't yet have a study to confirm whether exposure of the fandom and its popularity have led to more negative stereotypes. I cannot say without some doubt that furries are more or less negatively received. According to Fur Science, the vast majority of furries do believe that furry hate has decreased in the last 5 years. However, need I remind you that—
Which is a mistake. It's a mistake. Bully more.
These studies often have—
Don't do chlorine.
No.
No chlorine. No chlorine shit. But like, don't accept it.
Bullying leads
to have adults
on low self-esteem.
But then it turns into like
turning into mass shooters.
I was literally about to say that. You took that out of my mouth.
Answer the surveys for them. Surveying minors is strictly controlled and oftentimes infeasible. Therefore, a substantial population of the world to those susceptible to the
There may be some truth to the lay hypothesis of many furries that they were indeed picked on more as children. Man, that's shocking.
So which one would you rather your son turn into a furry from bullying or turn into a school shooter from bullying?
At least my son will be remembered as a school shooter.
Oh God.
How did you want me to answer that?
You're actually fucking senile.
media's attacks, the bullying in school, and the places which we would see furry hate the most, they do not have a say in these forms of studies. And so too does the framing of the question. More favorable does not mean less negative. As an extreme example, say in population 1, we have 10 broad...
What?
Did he say negative?
Oh no.
Which we would see furry hate the most, they do not have a say in these forms of studies. And so too does the framing of the question. More favorable does not mean less negative. As an extreme example...
The man said nigga. White, canceled.
He didn't say the N-word, bro.
Yes, he did. He hit it.
He said
Niggas
negative.
No. He said negative.
You're killing me. Shut up.
I'm killing you?
Yeah, you killed me.
Say in population 1, we have 10 broadcasts from the year 20...
Okay, now we're just saying that he said the hard R. Everyone, the chat backs you up.
See? Chat knows. The real minority is here.
I hate that Toastify put me on this guy. Now I'm enthralled. I'm enthralled.
10. Each of these broadcasts are in some way negative. In the second population of modern broadcasts, we would see more...
Stop.
let's say 100 broadcasts. This is to mimic the population increase of furries and in turn the attention to the fandom. 10 of these 100 broadcasts are positive whilst 90 are negative. Take the averages and we have a better ratio of broadcasts than the second population, however a substantially higher number of negative broadcasts. In the real world, media is less black and white, so labels of strictly negative and positive don't exactly work. It also depends on
what? Stop! Stop!
the size and demographic of each broadcast. In general, an adult furry who was bullied in high school that consumes more sophisticated media would perceive less
I don't believe that adult furries consume sophisticated media.
What do you mean, Chris?
What do you think that they're reading? Like, you think that they're reading like books, like actual fucking books on humanity, philosophy, politics, culture? Do you think that they're watching the fucking Discovery? You know what? They might be watching the animal documentary channels to jerk off to it.
Yeah, as Blipster, I do really just enjoy the fact that I got out of a negative space in the commentary community. I used to believe things like this, and I'm glad that over time, with my furry sex kink with Keffels, I've enjoyed myself more and more.
Hold on. In fairness, a lot of furries are like computer science people. Yeah. Sweaty nerds.
Excuse me?
Yeah, you.
As a computer science major, I rebuke this claim. I do not dress up as a bat, a wolf, a dog, or a tipster and decide I want to enjoy life.
Yeah, but you got that pink ass hat.
And?
You get bullied to wearing that hat?
Nope. Got that hat at Mardi Gras. Got drunk.
furry hate than a child in high school today who is surrounded by
Made
kids
a lot
raised
of
on
money
YouTube
with it,
shorts.
bitch.
Thus, your perception of how furry hate is developed is monumentally influenced by your age, your consumed media, and your past experiences.
No matter which way you cut this cake, furry hate is an apparent issue. And compounded
Furry hate is a major issue. Compared to what? Or like, what could be?
Nazism.
Furry hate is on the rise, like white Semitism, like white anti-Semitism or some shit, or fucking pro-white people. I don't know. I'm so fucking drained by this retardation. I can't handle it.
What do you mean?
Retitle the stream: Certified Furry Jew Boy featuring Blipster. No, I don't think I could do that.
all of these stresses.
Clappedseal doesn't realize you could just always not care. Exactly. Why make a 45-minute video about this?
We finally have an estimated risk factor for furries, of which paints a very grim picture of furries and mental health. Returning to the Waikato study another time, we have an inference on the effect.
Check DMs on Discord. I don't. Okay.
He's getting his furry porn.
What is this? Because cripple IT. Okay. So many furries in one flight. Tag them if you know them. I object to that many furries being on the same airplane because if there was an accident, it would cause a cripple in the American IT industry.
That's crazy.
That's crazy. It's good. That's good.
That these risk factors have. I heed caution for viewers who may have trouble with topics such as depression and suicide.
I'm reading something in my chat, and I want to kill myself reading that. Leon, I'm going to read this to you.
Why?
Did you know there's apparently such a thing as tipster rule 34?
Hey, everybody, that's enough out of me today.
Yep, I'm going to kill myself later knowing that.
I think objectively, I need a break.
You're just going to leave.
Chris, you're a sick fuck.
Confusing Opinion's the one who sent it. I don't want to see any of it. Please do not send it to me.
Retitle the Steam Certified Furry.
Why? First of all, why?
Why are people searching that?
Right. Why do you know that?
Yeah, why do you know that? Great question, Confusing. Why do you know that?
Leon, why do you sound like such a stereotype?
Like, why are you aware of that? What the fuck?
Okay, my next question. How is Spondyle aware of that?
This shit don't make none of y'all look good.
That ain't my fault. That's them fault. I could have lived my life not knowing that. It's typically not safe for work, made out of spite. Happens in the art commentary community all the time. That is fucking weird.
So you motherfuckers just draw each other when you get made fun of? LOL?
Toastify. I know because Augie accidentally pulled it up on stream once. And
So you motherfuckers.
Poor Augie. Oh God. Scarred for life.
I'm scarred just knowing that shit exists.
Yeah, me too. I'm just like disgusted. I'm absolutely disgusted that that's even a thing.
In this section of the video, I will read the core studies of this paper, which for some viewers may be disturbing. It was found that 38.4% of participants had attempted suicide once in their lifetime, with 23.5% attempting at least twice. It was also...
You know, we've been laughing a lot, but now he's talking about furry suicide statistics.
I'm gonna laugh even harder.
Found that 31.3% of participants had contemplated suicide in the past year. 46.7% of participants scored in the clinical range for anxiety, whilst 41.3% in the clinical range for depression, with 27.5 and 18.4 in the severe range respectively. This should not be the norm. This is not okay. I would like to include that this is after considering any support factors that furries may have.
Leon, I asked Toastify this question. Do you think he fucks that seal plushie? He left the call, didn't he? No,
I didn't.
He's still here. He just didn't want to answer.
Anything that could have prevented
it's the fact that I had to look up. I had to look up and see what the fuck you were talking about. And I first saw the rug, and I'm like, maybe. And then I'm seeing this thing over here. It's like, yes. For certain.
Of a result. More so, it is incredibly disturbing to acknowledge the prevention.
You know what? Blipster back here. You know, I don't really like the fact that there are many people out there who enjoy what they want to enjoy in their life, and they get ostracized and stigmatized for it. It's not fair.
We need to ostracize more people.
No, I wouldn't personally fuck my pillows that I purchased, but you know, I'm not really one to try to discriminate against a group of people. Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. Clap, 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 clap.
Clap, 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 clap.
Because I don't feel like, you know, it's necessary. I mean, I grew up around the commentary community, and it was a very toxic place. And I'm glad that after fucking my good friend Keffels in front of my wife, who I believe is handicapped, I now have a core understanding about all things LGBT.
You need to be stopped.
Ability of these results. The severe amount of people, human beings, whose lives could have been saved, changed, or improved simply by avoiding such discrimination. Estimates do range on the exact number of furries in the world, and none are really well sourced either. A commonly sourced estimate...
Why would anyone take the time to do that? Why would anyone take the time to source how many furries there are in the world? Why would you even do that?
It's important.
Why is it important?
You know.
Explain it to me.
You know.
Why is it important?
You know.
What bearing does it have on the world? Yes, you know, he admits it's not well sourced.
I feel as though I should be getting on a Discord call with a bunch of ugly looking loser white people and just say that the commentary community is not sex positive. And there's my answer.
I hate you.
By a number of publications is 1.4 to 2.8 million. However, this number is based on a first science study asking furries how many they think exists. It is impossibly hard to predict accurate numbers, especially considering the subjectivity of the term furry. Let's play with the rounded number of 2 million, as that makes for a reasonable amount of sense in my eyes. In 2015, one of the largest furry art sites, for Affinity, reported having 1.2 million active users. As one of the only furries in my entire friend group to even have an inactive account on there, I can say with certainty 1.2 million does not account for the entire population. Add on to that, in recent times, Fur Affinity has largely fallen out of favor with general audiences. This comes after obscure moderation choices and poor ethical guidelines. Moreover, 8 years has been given for this number to increase. To put that in perspective, Midwest Fur Fest has gone from 5,606 attendees in 2015 to over 15,000 in 2023. By all accounts, 2 million is likely underestimating the
question. What about FurCon? What the fuck? Furfest. What about Furfest? That great internet historian video.
I have a question for you. Do you want to go to Furfest?
No.
You at a random point in the day were like, "Go, what are you doing in like 2 months?"
Rainforest.
Can you make it to Pasadena?
I thought it'd be funny to see Lockout live in person, and then they fucked it up.
Who the fuck would want to attend some shit like that? Well, a bunch of 50-year-olds.
Yeah, we get really drunk and then we hackle them until they get mad.
No, fuck that. I can do that sober.
Real statistic.
I'll never let my future kids play Sonic so they don't end up like this. Just keep your kids away from Sonic.
Now that you really think about it, if we go down the pipeline of all furries, all of them are fans of Sonic. So we might have the solution to the problem here.
To the two furries that are in my chat that keep saying that they're furries and that they're based furries, first, are you Sonic fans? There's two of you. So we can do a 50-50 split, or you both are Sonic fans.
No, they gotta be.
I'm curious. We're going to sample my furry community, the two furries that watch me.
Matter of fact, let's expand it. Chris, aren't you a Sonic fan?
No.
You're the fucking liar.
No.
Fucking lie to your audience. Lie to your audience.
I played one Sonic game in my entire life, and that was Sonic 2.
Lie to your audience, bitch.
All right, so Fembro likes Metroid more. I was never a real Sonic fan, but my furry awakening was from a movie called Gay Puri, like Gay Paris, Paris. And it was back before I even turned like 8. Okay.
I would personally place the fandom
That's
at over
Gay
5
Puree!
Paris.
You're a fucking idiot. You're a fucking idiot.
Puree.
You are legitimately a fucking idiot. That's puree. You're
Puree?
a fucking moron.
Puree.
You're legitimately
Puree.
a moron.
But they said
you
it's
are
like Gay Paris.
You are legitimately a fucking moron.
I pronounced it as Paris.
No, it's puree. You are legitimately the dumbest motherfucker.
Gay Puree. We're both retarded. Yeah, you're retarded too. Shut the fuck up.
No, fuck that. That motherfucker's retarded. You looked at a gay furry fanfic called Gay Puree.
Puree.
You're the worst one out of the batch.
Puree.
However, many may class such a figure as generous. So for those skeptics out there, we will have to meet at the middle at 2 million. That would equate to 768,000 furries having contemplated suicide in the last year. According to Save.org, roughly 1 in 25 of these suicide attempts were successful. That equates to 30,720 lives. Whether that number is accurate or at all close to realistic, I cannot say. What I can say is...
And why are you making this part of the... You're not certain on it.
Is that there is an issue. An issue
highlight
that does not come...
discrepancies, Chris. Damn it. What do you not get? We're highlighting problems in our minority community.
Yeah, you're the minority community. It's on par. It's on par with the other minority Americans.
When's my diss track coming, bitch?
Probably never.
Without consequence, and a drastic consequence that is. An estimated over 700,000 people die from suicide each year. Roughly 3 since I've started this video. 30,000 over the course of decades does not...
Wait. Wait a fucking minute. Wait a goddamn... Wait a goddamn second.
Oh, I'm such an asshole. I'm such an asshole.
Did this motherfucker not only pull up suicide...
Three people committed suicide since I started making this video.
So how many did it since we started watching? We could have helped somebody, Chris. We're the problem.
We could have helped it. Thank you, Rennie. I appreciate it. Thank you for the 9K wishes. This is fucking wild. What is happening?
not seem implausible, however grim that might sound. It may even be more. Of those 38 points...
See, me and Leon are just dicks. We're just laughing when we saw that. This guy's like, it's very grim.
4% of participants had attempted suicide in their lifetime, 23.5% had tried again, increasing the likelihood of successful attempts. Arguably, the darkest part is who couldn't answer this survey. Those who succeeded in their attempts. This data only accounts for those alive to answer, those who weren't successful.
You know what? I'd rather be a slave. I can't put up with shit like this. There's no way I'm gonna accurately sit here and listen to this drivel. I need 400 more years. Maybe after that we'll get it right. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe we'll get it right after that.
Justify 12 years of furry. That's wild.
It's accurate.
That's wild shit.
When I'm asked why I care so much about this fandom, I often answer with how are you content? I don't come here...
Why do you care about this fandom? My question to you is, how are you content with how the fandom is?
You know why? Because this shit don't matter to me.
To simply commentate on furries and I leave. I wake up with the day staring me down. A world so often unresponsive and indifferent to my struggles. Day to day, that issue is often placed upon me. And it just so happens that thousands of people cannot cope with that burden. That's how—
Wait, what? Is he trying to say that he's like the voice for the furries?
He could be.
Is he trying to say he puts the burden on himself to get the information about furries out there?
He could be. What's the problem?
This is fucking retarded! You're retarded!
Is it?
You're retarded!
Am I?
Not you, him! But Thank you, now recording for the raid. Thank you, now recording for the raid. You're retarded! You are a... Hold on! You're a fucking furry YouTuber! Shut the fuck up!
This is an awesome raid. We've learned so much today, boys and girls.
We've learned too much.
It means the world to me.
We've learned too much.
And as Blister, I don't really feel the need to.
Black tips are in the call. Chris is crazy. Thank you, Small PP. What the fuck? He's a freedom fighter. Yeah, he's like Che Guevara for the furries, bro.
I know that there is something to cherish. What is furry hate? This is furry hate. This percentage, these lives. Bigotry can stab a person.
Maybe you're all just mentally ill. You ever think about that?
Maybe some of you deserve to have your furry balls cut.
Okay. Some of them just get fucking neutered like real animals.
Leon sounds soulless. Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, it's just what it is.
In the heart. Being a furry just rubs salt into the wound. I would hesitate calling furries a sub-minority of queer culture. They share similarities, but they are distinct in many ways. Calling them identical would be ignoring any other factors that make furries distinct. So far we've investigated where furry hate comes from, the forms in which discrimination shows, and the effects on the mental health of furries. We have identified that the problem exists further than just a simple definition of sub-minority. So before we consider more extreme labels and progress any further—
Yeah, that's a good point, Philly cheesesteak. I want to see the crime statistics. The hate crimes against furries. I need to see that. I need to see the crime statistics of furries being beaten in the street. Or the cops, like, kneeling on them for just living their life. I need to see that.
we should ask one
none of the cops report that they kill furries. None of the cops do that.
Fundamental question.
Why even put a label to the fandom in the first place? We understand furry hate is there, and we recognize its effects. Surely we can tackle it without identifying where furries place as a group. I disagree, and that relates back to what I discussed earlier, how an outsider's perspective is clouded when presented with a lack of definitions. As furries, we can already differentiate between groups of people within the fandom. A third party or a powerful figure that could benefit furries may not see the situation so clearly. If a third party were to ask, what is a furry, how would we be able to answer their question? It is integral that we are able to provide understanding on the issues at hand. A lack of definition can be misleading when juxtaposed to a
See, I see this, and I just immediately go, I can't take this seriously. That's what I see. The second I see this shit, I'm like, you're a fucking mascot at an NFL game. I don't take you seriously. You're a fucking clown. Like, you're an unironic clown. Dance for me, clown. Like, why am I supposed to take this as a serious fucking thing? I have no obligation to do that.
Heavy scrutiny and the mass level of terrible stories that are perpetuated online. Take the 2018 Zu-philia leaks as an example. When furries look at the story, we see a tragic situation involving several non-furries, but more importantly, furries who we trusted, friends, acquaintances, whatever. Now put on your outsider goggles and look again. An outsider could distinguish two primary groups, furries and zoophiles, the latter being more common than the former. As an outsider, it is understandable how one could be left uninformed on the differences between furries and zoophiles.
You have to be a complete retard. Zoophiles are people that fuck animals. Furries are people that like to fuck each other dressed like animals.
This is wildly non-sex positive.
Or they may leave with a tainted view on the furry population. Of course, as most furries would likely explain, the differences between furries and zoophiles are vast. Without their added context definitions for—
Is there a difference? Yes, one of them is just fucking a person in a mascot suit. The other one is fucking roadkill on the side of the street. I feel like that is a very definitive difference.
Why did you have to say roadkill?
Because it's just an example.
Did we need an egregious example?
But that's just an example.
Forming distinctions between the two groups is less likely to be made, causing possibly dangerous conclusions. Of course, we know that no such preventions were ever made. Instead, the much more marketable anti-furry clickbait was abused, resulting in copious misinformation. Labels are necessary.
Misinformation on Caro? Is that what he's trying to say right now? Somebody please stop me before I go on this rant and I just accidentally slander this guy. Somebody stop me. Because this icon resulting in misinformation and labels, the way that he says this and the way that he structured this, I'm missing his point. Okay, thank Christ. Thank Christ. I'm missing the point. Thank you for stopping me.
Causing possibly dangerous conclusions. Of course, we know that no such preventions were ever made. Instead, the much more marketable anti-furry clickbait was abused, resulting in copious misinformation. Labels are necessary, and they are fundamental in prevention of further discrimination. All of which brings me to one last social factor.
It's a dumb thing for him to say that he's saying they attributed furries to the actions of Caro. That's the means. Okay. Fair enough. I just saw that transition, and I saw that and the argument, and I was like, wait a minute, I must be missing something. Thank you.
In considering further labels, who would I be affecting through the wording of my conclusion? This is a question of ethics, and a question I asked in a community post if it was insensitive or wrong to label the furry fandom as a minority group. People were mixed on the question. Admittingly, the wording of—
He's saying that the Caro situation. Thank you for clarifying that. I definitely missed it, and I own that.
My question was as vague as possible, so it depends on the context being the most popular.
The question for this video, is it insensitive or wrong when people call the furry fandom furries in a general minority group? Whoa. Yes, no, depends on context. What context?
You're becoming more sex positive.
I'm not becoming sex positive. There's no sex positivity in that entire rant. I almost fucking said that the dude was potentially saying that the misinformation involving Caro, but I was like, wait, slow down. That's why I had to stop myself. I'm like, I was missing something.
The sex positivity.
No, that's me catching myself before I fuck up.
Sex positivity.
But all of that isn't exactly necessary. I was only testing for one thing. My concern comes from the 19% of people who either answered yes or a little bit. There was a whole 19% of the—
Oh, thank you, Gaming Witch, for the direct dono through Ko-Fi. Just gotta read this real quick. $5 from Gaming Witch. She says, hi, Leon. You gonna respond?
Gaming was played some weird fucking game earlier this morning. No, I will not be saying hi to that.
What the fuck?
Entire vote, or about 450 people. What risk would I be playing in answering the question to—
What I think you should have acknowledged is that most furries aren't zoophiles, but most zoophiles are furries. That is good. The two groups should be distinguished, yes, but there's an issue worth acknowledging. This video feels like kind of sweeping that aside. See, that's why I may have had the misconnection, because it felt like that. He was going down the route of, oh, well, there's this thing that we have to discuss involving misinformation. I thought he was trying to juxtapose that with Caro the Wolf, but clarifying it that it's the Caro the Wolf situation that created misinformation about furries. You bringing up what you just brought up kind of connected all the dots where my brain was trying to go. Thank you, Toastify.
Also, Which called me a bitch.
She did call you a bitch.
Crazy.
She did call you a bitch.
The slander I go through.
Is it really slander when you are a bitch?
Crazy.
Like, if there's some sort of point here, but the load into the question of minority status is wild. Yes.
That amount of people. It is a genuine concern that I must take into account when analyzing what the term means. Chances are that a few of these answers came from people of color or some already established minority group.
Excuse me?
Excuse me?
There was a whole 19% of the entire vote, or about 450 people. What risk would I be playing in answering the question to that amount of people? It is a genuine concern that I must take into account when analyzing what the term means. Chances are that a few of these answers came from people of color or some already established minority group.
So they told you a little bit and you decided to say, hey, those niggas might have a point.
What chances? I don't even fuck. How do you even determine that?
Maybe I'm crazy because I haven't done a lot of polls in my community.
I'm
Jab.
crazy. I'm fucking crazy. I can't handle
How the fuck can you even decipher how many motherfuckers voted? Yeah, you got a percentage. What's the number?
But then, and then he just goes like, "Oh, they're probably like minority groups or people of color." It's like, how do you know that? like I get the chances are part, but like, you're kind of establishing that might be the case, and it's just fucking weird. What if people of all races, religions, and creeds don't look at furries as a minority group? They just look at them as weirdos. Like, what if that's the case? I feel like he didn't think about that.
Blipster back here. You know, black people tend to view themselves as minorities, and you know, I would think black people could relate to furries in that minority category because, you know, Keffels shines up like a shiny new penny, and there are some black people out there that have a lot of money for being persons of color. If I could steal a line from Boogie.
Thank you, Karma, by the way, for the 5. But yeah, no, okay, can I rant a little bit about Boogie?
Sure.
The sheer fact that fat motherfucker was allowed to not talk about blackonomics is the worst thing Lolcow Live's ever done. Period. I wanted Boogie to explain what black people paid for and what most of their money goes to. I wanted to hear it. Fuck you, Keemstar. Thank you for the 5 gifted members. Confusing.
If I were to lump furries into a similar category,
Boogie called it blackonomics at one point.
It may cause an issue by undermining what their minority went through. I may be ignoring any historical context which allowed these groups to constitute the term minority. I can rationalize that thinking I'm queer myself, and it's going to take a bit of effort to move around that and come to a conclusion that satisfies all parties. When I asked my community what they thought about labeling furries as a minority group, nearly all of the comments identified the term was insensitive to already established minority groups. Why is this? What exclusivity comes from the label minority that separates it from other conventional definitions? Through my comments and my own rationality, I determined three
fucking white Jew. This is not how this operates. You have an established history of motherfuckers being minorities. There is history. There is circumstance. It ain't just, oh my god, politicians made fun of me and I don't feel a certain way about myself. You fucking waste of space. You cannot associate with my niggas. You cannot associate with my people trying to get green cards. You cannot associate with my people with their eyes slanted. You not. You are a fucking weirdo in a costume. You want Halloween every day. That's what you fucking want, and it don't fucking compare.
You want Halloween every day.
What you got? What do you got? Furfag, welcome to the club. You're such a fucking hero. Wow, you got one that you made up in 4chan. Great. Claps all around.
Now, before this Clappedseal guy is like, this guy is like a racist bigot.
No, fuck that. You don't speak for me. I speak for me. You can't fucking compare your fucking need to want to wear a fucking costume and fucking it to a history full of motherfuckers having to fight for their right to exist in this fucking country and to be treated equally. We were fighting for human rights. You motherfuckers are fighting for your own personal kinks. Good for you.
True.
But don't fucking compare the two.
No, don't even try to put them in the same conversation or equation.
Causes: severity, innateness, and choice. Let's address those in reverse order as they significantly affect our conclusion. Choice. Does the label minority allow fluctuation between identifying and not? This is a tricky one, and before we even question the fluidity about the term minority, what about furries? Do you choose to be a furry, or is the choice influenced by external factors? My personal belief puts furries into a sort of grey area when it comes to choice. Let me explain it this way. If being a furry was a choice, people choose to be here with the freedom to decide otherwise. Why do we exist? Why would we willingly sign ourselves up for this? Why is anthropomorphism so prominent in human history?
Because human beings try to make sense of the world around them in primitive ways, and all they could do is go based on the reference of themselves. Why do you think that gods are like monkey gods and shit in China, and like there's other gods in different countries that are like snakes and birds and all that shit? Like, what the fuck are you literally talking about? This is retarded. This is fucking stupid. This is the stupidest fucking argument I've ever heard in my entire goddamn life. the cats in ancient Egypt. Like, bro, like
the Catboy Ranch in ancient Egypt.
Keffals has been around for generations. Keffals is like anytime that I'm gonna say something really fucked up. Anytime Keffals like pig pills another minor, she lives 100 more years. She's been around since the Egyptian era.
Wow.
Fuck.
Why does it feel like a requirement for some?
Just a little.
So transphobic. I don't condone.
Fuck. You're the one that brought up the Catboy Ranch.
People's
I
expression
brought up
into
a
just
fucking random thing. You brought up your own thing.
Okay. Fucked
You
up.
have fun.
Fucked up
Twitter.
joke. Fucked up
Get in.
joke. Fucked up joke. She's
No
like,
wonder Queer
okay,
hates
she's like Ganondorf. Every generation she gets reincarnated as a greater, more refined evil, bro.
No wonder Queerly B hates you.
Okay. Queerly B hates you and Chuck.
What did I do?
You criticized her.
Shit, ain't a good reason. I thought I did something of substance.
Thank you for the 5. It can't be labeled as a minority if it was originally a sexual fetish. No Supreme Court is going to accept it regardless of creed or circumstance. True.
Should furries even experience a feeling of true self if furry was just a choice? I'm not saying that there isn't any
Oh my god.
You don't deserve rights. You deserve to be mocked and laughed at. You're a human wanting to be a dog. You want to be a cow. You want to get milked. You want to be a wolf. You want to look up at the moon and go, "Arr!" And not be made fun of. Problem is, you live on fucking planet Earth. Worse than that, you live in America. You're going to be made fun of, bucko.
Yeah.
And guess what? Can't do shit about it. If you in America, you getting made fun of.
Yeah.
Go to the UK, you can probably put somebody in jail for making fun of
Be
you.
labeled as a minority if it was originally
Or Canada. You can't make fun of people in Canada
Supreme
now.
Court is going to accept it
Yeah, Canadians
regardless of
suck.
creed or circumstance.
fluidity in how you choose to identify as a furry or not. What I'm saying is that social influences may play more of a role than we think. LGBT as a safe space is one example for sure, but more significantly, I would turn to cognitive factors such as autism and anxiety, which you...
Yes, my autism made me.
Yes, the autism did it.
Thank you for the 200 biddies.
The autism did it. Let's just finally we're getting down to the root cause. Autism.
You know, when I try to figure out why white people, locked a bunch of black people up and were bigoted towards them and racist,
it was all autism.
I got to look through the history of the mental capacity of these people, and I got to think autism.
It's been autism this whole time.
I got to think autism.
Hold on, I have to show you something. Optimus just tweeted this out.
Live, hey, he a fan here. Freaky ass nigga, he a 69 god. Freaky ass nigga.
Yes, nigga, he a 69 god.
Hey, run for your life.
As a sort of tool for compensation. Creating an anthropomorphized identity allows one to easily express themselves through a furry character, something that is incredibly beneficial to both autistic and anxious communities. This could be why the furry fandom is often utilized to identify one's true self. It is a vessel for human expression and a tool for social behavior.
How? How is it a tool for human expression if you are dressed like an animal?
Appreciate the 1,000 bits over time, Cairo.
Like, how is it a form of I don't believe that. How is a form of human expression for you to dress up like an animal?
Oh, Chris?
Am I just like retarded and I'm seeing it at a surface level? I feel like that's as basic as it can be.
The hatred you have for a group of people who just want to express themselves and, be who they are. I don't necessarily understand that, but, some people at your age do fall down this alt-right pipeline. It's gonna take some time for you to get out of that.
Like here, let me kind of like back up that statement real quick. I get that you want to be comfortable in your own skin. I get you want to express yourself in your own unique way.
This is not their skin.
But hold on. Stop. Let me finish. I get those things. But I will never, ever, 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 ever,
ever
understand why
not ever
you're dressing like an animal. I'll never do it. I'll never understand it. I could be explained to it like 50,000 times and I don't think I'm ever going to understand it.
Not ever?
I remain ignorant to this.
Ever?
I just won't get it.
To get all pretentious and quote poet Oscar Wilde, man is least himself when he talks in his own...
He's using Oscar Wilde now.
Utilized to identify one's true self. It is a vessel for human expression and a tool for social behavior. To get all pretentious and quote poet Oscar Wilde, man is least himself when he talks in his own person. Give him a mask and he will tell you the truth.
Okay. Fair, I guess, but at the same time, I still will never understand it, nor will I accept, nor will I really ever feel
my
good to
fucking
that.
God.
People wear a mask and they tell their true shit, apparently.
Angie, what the fuck is this?
What?
This motherfucker just drew me in the most decrepit way possible, and I like it. I'm about to send this shit to you. It's your option if you want to show these people this. There's no nudity. I always gotta fucking specify that.
You
shit.
do. You've sent me shit before.
What? I sent you casual messages.
You've sent me the pelvic crusher.
All right. Now, for anybody who's gonna wonder what the fuck that is, it was a woman with a fat ass. My bad, Chris. Matter of fact, I wasn't sex positive. I didn't understand your plight as a homosexual male. I thought, you would enjoy the pelvic crusher.
Homosexual male. Fuck you.
But it's clear you didn't, and I gotta respect that.
Well, you sent it to me on fucking stream, and I pulled it up.
That's your choice.
You and Paige Christie have contributed more pornography on this channel than anyone else.
Black power. I'm not seeing the problem. You got mad seeing booty, huh?
At least it wasn't a cock like what Paige fucking had on Twitter.
I'm not gonna do that to you. I have a little bit.
Well, she just posted it. It was like, Paige, stop. And then I was scrolling through Twitter, and it was just some dude with his cock out, and his girlfriend was using it to swipe through Instagram. And I'm like, oh, fucking hell.
Oh, I remember that video.
Yeah, and I was like, Paige, what the fuck? I'm streaming.
It was a great. Well, that's your fault. Who the fuck told you put that shit there? Who the fuck told you check Twitter? Who told you check Twitter?
I was using it for something else, and I hit home, and it was the first thing that popped up.
Well, so
one can choose to drop the mask, but in turn sacrifice a piece of what makes them whole, a part of their true self. Choice shares many parallels with innateness. The clause that you have to be born into a minority to constitute it.
Hold on. What do you think of this?
Go ahead and look at that nightmare fuel I sent you.
Okay, well, I want you to look at that and then tell me what you think.
Look at what? What did you send me?
Jesus, this is terrifying.
Yeah.
Thank you for the artwork, though. You should thank that person. They put a lot of time into it.
Clearly, I gotta thank him for it.
Hold on. I need you to look at this quote.
Hold on. This is legitimately Little Nightmares.
Listen to this.
One can choose to drop the mask, but in turn sacrifice a piece of what makes them whole, a part of their true self. Choice shares many parallels with innateness. The clause that you have to be born into a minority to constitute it. Many would argue that you're not born into what makes a furry, but you're born into the factors that influence that decision. On the other hand, you could look at anthropomorphism through history and society. We tell our stories from the perspective of anthro-animals. We give toys of anthro-animals to children, and we use these anthro-animals as a vessel for human emotion. Just looking at history in a weird term of phrase, it may be more human to be part animal.
The sad part is there's one part of this that actually holds. It's the fact that we are the evolution of a bunch of fucking apes. So it's like,
no, we are animals, but we're not
dressing
animals.
up.
Yeah, we're not. It's not that deep. Humans are obviously more intelligent and more like everything than a fucking a pigeon. A fucking.
What are we watching?
What
are we watching?
Okay,
this is the human race. This is what the human race brought to us.
Okay, you know what? Fair. We're retarded. We're retarded.
You can't sit there and say humans are smarter and then produce me this.
We're retarded. The generations are going down the tube, bro.
Historically speaking, cultures individually developed their own interpretations of anthropomorphism. Egyptians revered the lion as a god. Their god Death was half human, half canine. Ancient Indian deity Ganesha is attributed with the head of an elephant. The Hebrew text Haggadah features iconography.
It's almost like they use things in the world around them to give meaning, because humans only recognized each other, and things that they couldn't explain made them deities. And they made those things deities in the image of man. It's almost like that's what it was. I think it's it's not really deeper than that.
All I know for certain, God made a mistake somewhere down the pipeline of humanity. And you know what? I have no idea how we're going to solve that.
No, we're all going to die.
Without complete human extinction. Like just the annihilation of the human race.
We're going to die, bro.
Pornography of bird-headed Jewish men, women, and children. You may even turn
to Jewish birds? After you talked about the Holocaust? How could you bring the Jew birds into this?
My question is, what is
the Jewish question?
What is his connection to mole rats, raccoons, and various other animals that live underground compared to the genitals? We must be able to decipher things like this if we're going to continue with humanity.
Japanese scrolls or frolicking animals featuring as described. What's going on here? Why is there a reoccurring pattern? And what does it tell us about anthropomorphism? I can't say for sure. I only understand what is displayed in front of me, which is a history of behavior too common to be coincidence. Conclusively, this is not significant enough to ignore choice factors in furry self-identification. Thus, the clause of innate and choice cannot be determined with 100% satisfaction. At its current stage, I have no conclusive defense against comments which argue either position. I understand that can result in a heated debate. Some furries may feel as though they were born with this furry trait, and others may think that's ludicrous. It's all part of a conversation that just may be saved for a better day. In a future where there's more information, there is, however, one final clause that—
What more information do we need? We have the World Wide Web. We have computers. We can communicate with people a world away. We can look up other cultures and everything. What more information do we need to understand the furry community? It's a fucking hobby. If people want to dress like animals and do it as a hobby, whatever. I'm not going to sit there and say you need to actually die, you know, like I'm being hyperbolic half of the time. But when it comes to like the
Are you?
Yes, I am.
Are you?
Yes, but the thing is that this innate situation is so fucking small and not important to the overall world, and it's not that deep. It's a fucking hobby. It's a fucking hobby and a kink. Two things. It could be either one of those things. It's not a lifestyle. You're not a minority in the fucking world. You aren't fighting for rights to exist and to vote. Like, shut the fuck up. Like, shut the fuck up. The majority, like the front-facing furry community, the ones that are always on social media, are the biggest dumb fucks on planet Earth, and you are one of them.
that can be more easily determined. Severity. Does the label of minority constitute a severity of discrimination or historical context? Whilst anthropomorphism has existed for tens of thousands of years, the community of furry has only existed since early 1980, a fraction of the time. Therefore, we lack the history found in other minority groups. Those groups have already established themselves as a minority far before furries came to exist, even though furries have existed for longer than many of its—
They're not one of us. You have to be in a specific echelon to be considered a minority. And you wanting to wear your fucking costume out in public? No, that ain't it.
Wait, so... You have enough rights that you have enough money to buy fursuits and go out to cons and dress up in them, please. Yeah, no, like I agree. Like it's not like you're being pushed down by societal barriers like redlining. It's not like you're being destroyed on an economic level. You're not being prevented to vote. You're not being thrown into fucking camps. The police aren't fucking stomping on your neck and shit. Like
it's literally the song, Chris. It's the Kendrick Lamar song. They not like us.
They not like us.
Inhabitants, and hilariously many of its antagonists as well. This pales in comparison to other established groups. Clause 1. Minority is a special term granted to emphasize severity. I ask you to recall one of the first examples I gave in this video, that of the Holocaust.
I refer to my super chat reference over my opinions. Yeah, true.
And reappropriation of certain labels. I believe that this case provides insight into why furries aren't classed as a minority group. The Holocaust was granted a certain speciality to it, signifying its importance. So too,
it's almost like 6 million people died.
Can I ask a question? what significant moment in history for the furry community could even equate to the of all things?
I know. 10 people got hurt in a chlorine gas attack.
That's wonderful. Now,
10.
what significant moment in history could even compare to Hurricane fucking Katrina? Because I got nothing for you motherfuckers.
Yeah, there's nothing. There's really nothing. There's really nothing.
Does the term minority. It is a stature of hate and oppression. It is a badge of honor to signify your persistence. Calling furries the same is to call any other genocide a Holocaust. It fits the definition, sure, but it runs a direct comparison to the harsher equivalent, an undermining severity that was set during the reappropriation of the word minority. Whether there actually is some innate psychological force which play a role in anthropomorphic expression, the exclusivity of minority group doesn't ever seem to fit furries. This dilemma is a catch-22. No matter how we cut this metaphorical cake, it doesn't feel right to class furries as a minority group. It could fit any definition for minority which you throw at it, but can never beat this final clause.
Fembro raid first was our Holocaust, Jesus.
Even though the sources from which I derive a lot of this information from use the term minority onto furries. The Waikato study fixates about furries being a minority group. The tool that they use to identify the support and risk factors is called the Mayer-minority model of stress. It is
Oh, so you don't want to be a minority. You want to be a special definition of minority. Yeah, that's literally what I'm gathering here. We're not a minority, but we are a different form of minority. I'm not saying we're minorities, but we're definitely a special version of them. Emphasis on the word special. More like autistic.
is beneficial to look at this community through a minority lens, but it can be unethical to title it as such. What does this mean for our label? Is there a method of labeling which allows for models such as Mayer's to be utilized regardless of the strict minority label? In other words, can we label furries as something other than minority but still look at them through the same lens? Through all that I've examined, I have a conclusive
You're weird. You're a fucking loser, and you just want to be included. You want to be included with your gays and your bis and your trans. You want to be included with the niggas. You want to be included with the Mexicans. You're not. You'll never be included. Because as stupid as all those minority groups are in current society, at least they're not dressing up as fucking baboons and envisioning themselves fucking another baboon.
They ain't invited to the minority cookout.
So according to
I swear, Leon's gonna shoot me one day.
myself, I would like to emphasize that I am not
You're
a
just not
professional and
invited.
therefore my word
You go hang out with the fucking furries. That's your
No! At least invite me to that. Don't invite me
No.
to the furry thing. I don't want to go to that.
You can go to the furry con.
I refuse.
Oh well, you don't have rights, furry.
I'm just gonna break in. I'll appropriate I'll appropriate the minority cookout.
Wish you motherfucking would, because one thing we all can agree on is minorities. The cops could get one thing right and gonna be shoot your ass.
should not be taken as the complete truth. How I interpret the situation will be different from other people as this is based on my own belief. I believe a well-inclusive label for the furry community is an
New donation from Gavin Witch.
Thank you, Gaming Witch, for another direct dono. I appreciate you. I think he identifies as a used crusty jizz sock. Okay.
You could have just said used condom.
Okay, we got detailed on the jizz sock. Jesus.
emergent minority with sub-minority characteristics. The etymology of this breaks down into two categories. We have sub-minority, which considers the LGBT roots and the issues as well as the population statistics within the fandom. It also considers ableism by the restriction of tools vital in the benefit of mentally impaired communities. Thus, there is a primary and a secondary minority system that makes up the sub-minority label. Primary LGBT, secondary ableism. Furthermore, the emergent minority considers differences and discrimination that separate the furry fandom from these other minority groups, in particular those which comprise the sub-minority section. I chose the word emergent because of the rising population of furries and the recency of the fandom. If history is an important factor in what considers a minority, then emergent symbolizes a lack of history that is currently in its youth. The term does its job at community.
The problem is that you guys have had, look, quote-unquote history since the 80s. And your history isn't super fucking stellar.
You know, deaf people have it easy.
Helen Keller had it easy.
Deaf people don't have to hear this shit.
They don't.
Form of minority. Thus,
I'm actually jealous of a deaf person.
allowing for examinations through a minority lens, whilst also conveying where furries place in relation to these other groups. I'd like to reiterate that this term is not perfect. It is made to simplify a problem and create a more generic understanding of a social group which does require some degree of assistance. In part, this term is meant to progress my own understanding of this fandom, to rationalize our place in the world and to envision a progressive future that accommodates furries into society. I spent a considerable amount of time conveying my reasoning for this term, the effects that discrimination has on this community, and the consequences that we face. If you believe that there isn't an issue, then I don't have anything to say to you. What I hope mostly is to incorporate these terms and definitions into how we market this fandom, how we address any issues, and how we progress moving forward. That is why I highlight defining such concepts under key importance, because it is important that we understand who we are, and this isn't happening in all the key places where it needs to be. Schools are supposed to provide safety, but equally they should supply education. Education that I feel is not being met. During a sociology class, an interesting instance of furries was brought up, and the reaction from both my teacher and the students signified to me where the weak points in our system lay. Furries appeared in a presentation about social groups. The teacher presenting it was struck with confusion and asked the entire class, are furries those people who dress like animals?
Is that not... Why is a teacher showing this in class? First
Chris,
off...
describe yourself. My chat has never seen what you look like.
I'm a white guy. I'm white.
Come on, you can do better than that.
I'm white. I look like a generic New Yorker knockoff Italian. There you go.
Pretty accurate.
It's pretty accurate.
Then promptly erupted into laughter. Not by the teacher's word was anything wrong, but the lack thereof. The inability to recognize a prominent social group which I know...
Prominent social group. The furries are a prominent social group.
You know...
Febro in chat, I think I can stop being a furry tomorrow. I don't think Leon can stop being black.
I mean, Michael Jackson did it.
Yeah, Michael Jackson did it. He did it. He transitioned just fine. There was no problems with that.
Catered to several kids in that class, including me. She left herself to the whim of high school students, a blank canvas for them to paint their perceptions on. I hear their Instagram feeds out loud during break. I know the content which many of them consume, and I know how that content perceives me. I am blessed with the fortune to be happy with my identity. I have an audience of encouraging subscribers and an online group of friends that I know accept me, and I can...
Oh, great. I'm glad that you have online people. That's super healthy.
You know what? Blipster back here.
Fuck Blipster.
I'm someone who could truly understand that socially nowadays, a lot of people, it's kind of hard for them to make friends nowadays. There's all these different types of people. And people in real life can be very mean. And it could stand to reason as someone who, find refuge and a home and somewhat of a safe space online. There's discourse, there's online communities people can get into so that they can enjoy themselves a little bit more.
So what he just told me is that he has no real life friends, or he doesn't engage in the real world to find people that are more accepting of this, which there are people that are accepting and just let it go. Like, they're just like, oh, okay. Like, I met a furry. I wasn't like, you're a disgrace to human society. I was just like, oh, I don't understand your shit, but whatever. I don't give a fuck. It's weird to me, but you do you, bro. Like, he didn't come to me and say, did you know I'm in a minority group and you should feel sorry for me? He never said those words. He never even said anything remotely close to that. Like, what the fuck?
Accept myself on many fronts, yet I can also rationalize that others are burdened with far, far worse. And I know the comfort that can be made when an authoritative figure shows their support. Education essentially tells your story without you having to say anything. You avoid any risk of danger and vicariously speak through the institution. I am okay, but others could benefit. This is just one way which I envision a progressive society. Of course, it is far from the only method. I find education to be our most powerful resource, but this can be provided through many...
Does this motherfucker want people to learn what furries are in school?
I mean, Chris, they are a historical moment in time.
Is that like what I'm gauging from this argument? It's like resources can be provided, schools are meant for education. Is he saying that maybe there should be like a dedicated time at school to learn about being a furry? Or like what furries are? Are we like, is that where we're going down?
Chris, I think you just hate your skin color. That's fine. fine.
Different mediums. Hey, it would be almost poetic to have the media help fix the issue when they were the one who have large stakes in creating it.
Okay, so now the media needs to fix its perception. I have a dream that one day our schools will teach a furry course. They go, listen, if you're going to be a furry, don't fuck animals. Then you're fine.
Media can be broken down into two main categories, traditional and social media. Traditional would tackle those pesky news broadcasts, TV shows, radio, newspaper, and media typically directed towards older populations. Since there are far less of these media conglomerates than, say, people on the internet, you can target these stories, you can request specific information and get better information to these broadcasts a lot easier. Or at least the target to direct your request towards is a lot more clear and specific. Social media is strange, because there is a lot of it. And usually I would say the treatment for social media comes as a byproduct to everything else, because the people on social media are just that, people. So if they are educated through school and traditional media to be accepting towards furries, their statement should echo that. The only other way I feel you could tackle the problem of misinformation is to control those alt-right rabbit holes that have caused events like—
I knew it. I fucking knew it. I knew it was going to get brought up once. I kept it silent this whole time in the back of my head. I was like, when is he going to say all right? When is he going to say all right? When is it going to come up in this conversation?
The alt-right pipeline is such a thing that really destroys a lot of communities in society. And
dude,
you have the people like Matt Walsh and the Ben Shapiro's, the Quarterings. The alt-right pipeline is not something anyone should really be considering as a day-to-day lifestyle. It's kind of horrendous.
This is so frustrating because in the back of my head, I'm going, when is he going to say all right? I know he's going to say it at one point. It's going to be brought up. Now it's fucking here. ChrisTheNarc, the man on the front lines of the alt-right movement. Damn, that's going to be clipped out of context one day.
Pizzagate or Andrew Tate, a sort of crackdown on those echo chambers and online hate speech. Otherwise, to tackle furry hate, you could be doing what furries are already doing, existing. You are providing that alternative to the negative. I briefly touched on this in a previous video, and I feel like I need to emphasize this statement.
What?
He did it again. He said nigga.
He did. Stop!
What are you get mad at me? He's the one being the racist here. He's infringing upon my right to exist as an Afro-American.
Don't make me like mildly defend this fucking weirdo by saying he didn't say the. I'm just gonna say he didn't
Who
say
says
the word.
negative like that? He is saying negative.
Yeah, he has a New Zealand accent.
Motherfucker, they got Haitians that can't even say negative like that.
Further. I think a lot of people need to hear this. You are doing enough just by existing.
3 years doesn't equal a veteran? Wait, what? We will fix the furry fandom.
I need to emphasize this statement further. I think a lot of people need to hear this.
I'm so confused what this is about.
You are doing enough just by existing. You have complete freedom to metaphorically hang up your hat and fucking retire. The world already appreciates your existence. The legacy that you
The world doesn't give an actual literal fuck about anyone's existence. Let's just be honest. Why are we trying to make the world sound better than it really is? Nobody gives an ounce of a metaphorical, genuine fuck about the person next to them unless it's family or close friends. Nobody gives a fuck. Nobody. Not a single person. The minute you wake up to that, the minute you realize, damn, I can just live my life the way I want. Fuck everybody. Like, just understand that you're out for yourself and you can help people around you, and that's totally fine. But don't pretend like the world in of itself gives a shit about you or your causes.
Riz.
Stop it.
I'm so hurt.
What?
The world doesn't care about little old me?
The world doesn't care about everybody. It's the communities that are what matters. And a community of people that's willing to work with each other, that can make effective change if organized well.
Yeah, I'm glad you said that last part. Yeah, a community of people who want to be included in the history of minority.
But not furries. Because they aren't minorities.
What are they, Chris?
They're furries.
No.
Gaming Witch with another 5. Have a good night, Chris and Black Tipster.
No. What are they, Chris?
Fur fags.
No. No.
I'm sorry, I forgot you're on Twitch.
I said it twice. I gave up.
We must have eldritch knowledge.
Look at the Utah school protest. Yeah, I heard that was bad. This is like
no, we're incorrect.
Well, no. Bad as in like it wasn't real.
So here's the thing: no one knows because they all tried to tie everything together. So the litter box thing.
Yeah.
Motherfuckers tried to say that was going on in their fucking school. From the kids' own mouths, they're being licked or bit by other students, and the school ain't doing nothing about it, and that's why them fucking kids were out there. So, and all I'm saying is, for the love of God, just look into that and see if that's real. Because if a bunch of kids telling you some shit like that, you can't just brush that off. No. Now, if you got all these parents saying it, it's like, all right, motherfuckers.
Simply by waking up in the morning, showing the world that despite all of this bullshit, you just don't care. Waking up and choosing to exist is a revolt against discrimination, and that is powerful enough to make you worth it, a net positive, even
this dude reads way too many fucking Martin Luther King books.
When it may not feel like it. My message should not be misconstrued as apathy. Apathy is just what they want from us, to be nothing and to be miserable. But waking up
You are nothing. You put on costumes to feel seen. You are nothing.
I have a dream. All furries are valid. Alternative reality, where this video is called "Our Gamers a Minority Group."
I'm pretty sure that that's a video somewhere.
There has to be a video of that somewhere in this world. I'm actually gonna look that up, like literally right now, because this video's over. It's total dog shit. It's the worst fucking video I've ever seen. Are gamers the most oppressed minority? 3 years ago.
See? You ain't gotta live in an alternate universe. That
No,
dumb shit's already here.
Yeah, that dumb shit's real. Play the clip. It's 15 minutes. What is this?
With the glass ceiling broken, all the oppressed groups shall prosper, especially the most oppressed group of all, gamers.
Yeah, but that's iconically funny.
That is iconically funny. That's not like a real video. You know, it's not like somebody trying to build an argument. It's just a fucking meme. Yeah, how Indian gamers betrayed their audience. What the fuck is this? Oh, God. Why do gamers hate women and minorities by Sandra Hall?
Jeez, is this what we're doing now?
Are we gonna watch a Sandra Hall video from 4 years ago?
Because the sad part is...
I kind of want to see what he has to say.
He looks like the type to hate women. He looks unclean.
Did Xander all solve his malnutrition problem? I don't know. Let me take a look at Oh, he's live right now. Oh my! Wow, we are killing Xander Hall viewership right now.
Didn't I send you a picture of that motherfucker? Like, what's wrong with your friend? Go help him.
Oh, he got worse. Oh, whoa! He dude.
Kids, if you ever wanted a reason to not do meth, that's it.
This is bad.
Don't ever think you'll become a drug addict. Think you'll become a Xander Hall.
Oh my God. Is that the Helldivers flag? I can't play Helldivers anymore. I need to find Xander Hall.
God, it is.
Yeah,
it is.
I gotta find it. Bro, I have an idea. No. We can hunt Xander Hall down.
I don't even want to play this fucking game.
Shut up! We're gonna hunt Xander Hall down.
You losers were crying because Sony said fuck y'all.
He's playing Fallout right now.
Y'all wanted to fucking quit because of fucking PC shit. I'm quitting.
Hold on.
This is my last time playing this.
Hold on.
Game.
Here. Do you wanna go over him explaining his the reason the furry used the MLK clip in one of his videos? You wanna?
Did he do a video response to this?
So he did a video where he put in this. Just listen.
Nothing in the world is more dangerous than sincere ignorance and conscientious stupidity. This passage can be found in a 1963 book, Strength to Love, authored by none other than Martin Luther King.
Choke yourself to death.
So people posted this clip.
No. Go outside, get naked, burn your skin, and then if you still kicking, choke yourself. And if you still kicking after you asphyxiate yourself, skin the burned flesh off of you.
Jesus. All right, so now we have to. So this is his response to everyone laughing at him for this. Frankly,
gotta get ready for it.
I shouldn't need to justify myself to those who don't listen, but I'll do so for the sake of a fair argument. A considerable of discussion online around social issues is fought on emotional levels. So it should be made clear. Furries are not a minority group, and the categorization of such is disrespectful to established minority groups. Okay, your video was definitely not getting that tone out there. My video made the statements clear. This video answers its question with a stern no. This is despite what research articles about furries claim. What my video does instead is respond to the question by saying no, but should they be categorized as? If I disagree with research articles on furries using the term minority, what do I believe? It's clear to me, as it has always been, the group of people mislabeled my stance have no desires to understand my actual opinion. We just watched the whole thing, retard.
Chris.
No, let me finish.
I got a question for you.
What's your question?
Would you like fan art made of you?
Sure.
Go ahead, Angie.
I like fan art of me, just not weird fan art.
Fuck that, Angie. Let it rip. This already looks weird.
Well, no. I'm talking about the one that... I'm not...
We're getting dressed up as furries.
Shut up. No.
Do it, Angie.
They will instead choose to manipulate my words and use false information to prove their stance. I just watched your whole video, retard. We watched the whole video, retard!
As an African American, I do feel troubled knowing that motherfuckers really see themselves like this. They just want to be included. Their families don't want them, so they think,
I'm currently backed up with work. I'm a student in high school, and I asked these
animals should we
so-called
be?
adults to have a maturity check instead of having their fan base says send me gore. Who the fuck is sending you gore? Do you think that we all like just say yeah, do that? There are gonna be crazy people in any community, motherfucker. Just like how in the furry community there are people that fuck dead animals. Like, fuck you, retard. Like, I don't give a fuck what your age is. Bitch. I'd love to air out all my hatred of these community snakes right now, but I ain't got the time. Bullshit! You just did a whole fucking Twitter thread about it!
Don't you love when people say they don't have the time to do something, but they clearly had time to do that?
Put a pin in this conversation. Let me come back to it later. They all manipulative liars, and they know it. I've got a life to live. Priorities to take care of. They wouldn't know nothing about it. You're a high schooler, cunt. You don't do anything with your life. You go to school, bitch. That's all you do. Yeah, you go to school, bitch. I'm pulling a Ralph Amel. I'm just calling him bitch.
The truth about zero need. What the fuck is zero?
Okay, so that is a video that he put out on a friend of his that he tried to call them a pedophile when they had a relationship with a 16-year-old when Zero Needs Coffee was 18.
Gotta love YouTubers, man.
Yep, gotta love them. Retards. Oh shit, he told someone in high school he was a furry. That's why it's all about this. Yeah, true. We're gonna maybe watch that Zero Needs Coffee video.
I feel dirty after listening to a white guy try to call himself a minority.
Wow, it's crazy. Every time I talk about items, I feel like I'm punching down a smaller creator because I usually react to their podcast, get crack 5K. Jesus. Oh, Blacks, that's fucking brutal. That's fucking brutal, Boblax. I think I'm done. I think I'm done today. I'm so tired. All right. We got 2 clips that are coming. Hopefully both of them, one of them will be up by tomorrow. The other one will be later. It'll be the Pampeture video. I'm just going to keep this VOD up. Fuck it.
After all that bigoted language?
I don't give a shit.
Bold strategy, my boy.
I don't really give a fuck, bro. It's far enough into the VOD that I really don't care.
You getting on Helldivers or what, pussy? Because I've been doing that the whole stream.
Nice.
Yes or no?
All right. Who am I going to send you guys over to? Because King never set up his redirect privileges because he's an asshole.
No, I told him
that's just
to
how
do that, and he was just like, "I'm gonna get to it."
Yeah,
Don DeMarco, Marco.
Yeah, he's just going to keep hitting the Don DeMarco button. I'm going to see if I can send you over to Kiwi Tapes. Nope, he's also does not redirect setup. Who the fuck is live right now? Fuck it. I'm gonna send you to Queeman. He's gonna be live forever.
Before you end the stream, you want to tell your chat how you backstabbed me with all the samples I had, and you decided to throw a grenade at us as we
don't slander me. You did that first. Shut up. Get out of the call.
No, you.
Goodbye. Dumb bitch. Thank you guys so much for watching. Appreciate you all. Thank you to everybody that donated to the stream today as well. Subscribe if you're new. Genuinely appreciate every single one of you. Toastify, big shout out to Toastify and Ruin Leon for coming on today. Toastify for putting me on this shit. I think this is my new A-log material is this guy. So I'm going to send you all over to Queeman. Tell him I said hi. And have a great night, everybody.